Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
What up?
How is everybody doing this week? Thank you for joining us for our rare two-part episode where we were talking because last week we were going over the Hollywood Reporter's horrible list of the top 25 horror movies from this quarter century. It's
They're
hard to believe that, folks.
fantastic.
Yeah, quarter century going out there. But you know, we were talking about our number one that they had on there. What was that again? Do we remember? It's the one with Scarlett Johansson
Uh,
at number one because she's nude all the time.
Beneath the
Let's
skin, I
see.
think. Yeah,
Yeah, Under the Skin.
under the skin. Yeah,
Horrible
yeah,
movie.
under the skin.
Yeah, horrible movie. Horrible movie. So our list was shaping up pretty good, I think. Everybody that was watching seemed to be enjoying the movies. I know one of the movies that's coming up on my list. I just rewatched this past week with one of our subscribers, just so I can get her caught up before she saw the episode and make sure that she was all non-spoilerific. Let's see who we got with us this week. We got Shannon. Hey, Shannon, welcome.
What's up,
Oh,
Shannon?
Shannon.
We got Scott with us. Hey, boys, how you doing this week? I got lost.
Let's go.
Oh, he's got lots to talk about for Scream and Bigfoot films. So, there, if you go over to the Facebook page, there was a couple of suggestions for Bigfoot films that dropped on our Facebook page this week. So I know you were talking about it last week. Well, there's definitely some stuff there. We got 420 Slayer. If Dead Alive isn't in your top 15, I can't take you guys seriously. 420 Slayer. Remember, 2001 to current. That's what we're talking
Yep.
about. We ain't talking about all time.
Yeah,
We got
yeah. Dead Alive is great, man, but we're talking about this century. So yeah,
Yep.
2000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the reason being we're talking about this century is because Hollywood Reporter's horrible list that dropped. So that's why we're
Yeah.
talking about that. So, King Matthew's with us. How's it going, King Matthew?
Yes,
Welcome
King
as
Matthew.
always.
Man,
All
hope you're
right.
feeling better, King Matthew.
Yeah, definitely. Now, before we dive into some things, Marcus wanted to kind of kick us off. So, Marcus, go ahead.
So this is non-horror related, but man, I just want to give a shout out and RIP to the legendary actor Terrence Stamp. He passed away today. He's most known for being General Zod in the original Superman film and Superman 2, Young Guns, The Limey, Wanted,
Mhm.
great actor. Last horror film that he did do was what was it, The Last Night of Soho, which was
Oh,
really good.
so good.
Came out in 2021. So yeah, man, just want to say rest in peace and prayers to his family. We lost the real one today. So yeah.
The
Here's General Zod, the original General Zod.
OG.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fantastic character. That like I love Superman 2 and I love the characters, even though they look like an 80s rock band back then. But those characters were fantastic.
For real.
Yeah. hmm And but the
Man, if
movie
you
that
haven't
sticks out,
seen the Limey, if you haven't
I
seen
have
the
not
Limey, I definitely say go check it out, man, because he was a beast. Like he was
really.
John Wick before John Wick, basically.
All right, I'll have to check that out. Now I'll tell you this, like the film that I love with him in it is The Last Night in Soho. I think that in 2021 I saw that movie in theaters like 7 times. It's like one of my all-time favorite movies. Just the delivery, the score, everything about that is fantastic.
Hmm.
And his part in that was really incredible because he had like such a convincing. I don't want to say the type of role that he played because if you haven't seen it, because not many people have seen Last Night in Soho, his character in it, yeah, it's top notch, top notch.
Yeah, man. I mean, even in One It, he stole the show in
hmm
it. Of course,
Yeah,
McAvoy was great in it, but Terrence
hmm
Stamp, just his little role in it, like he just knocked it out the park as usual. So
yeah. Alrighty, so Lucas is not with us again this week because he is just buried under stuff that he's working on. He's actually working on an independent fan film right now, which he's been cast in, so he's been busy with that. I'm surprised Danny's busy in pre-production and getting ready to go in production for a fan film that he's working on as well. So we got him for a little bit tonight before he has to get off and doing what he needs to do. Danny, anything that you wanted to talk about with production stages or?
Yeah, so Lucas is also storyboarding for our Scream fan film. Finally, this is 2 years in the making with it just got derailed with people, how do you say this? When people are doing you favors and they're not getting paid, when work calls, they just have to go,
Mhm.
And so we're
Mhm.
dealing with top-notch, actors and whatnot, and we're trying to highlight Orlando talent specifically here in Central Florida because everyone does California, New York, Georgia, and whatnot, but everyone just thinks Orlando's theme park. You know what I mean? And a lot of
Mhm.
these people that are in the theme parks, they're absolutely phenomenal stunt people, phenomenal singers, phenomenal dancers, the whole nine,
Mhm.
man. A lot of talent comes out of
Mhm.
Orlando that a lot of people don't know because they end up moving to those places. So we want
Yeah.
to highlight that. It's a Scream fan film that's never been done before. So, we have a couple of twists and turns and a couple of homages, all this other jazz that we feel that could really, really do well. That it's something that no one's touched before. Marcus is one of our producers, which is great. Basically, the whole Nerd Box guys, my audience over here, the whole Nerd Box crew is helping out, which is dope as hell. So I love the fact that it's finally coming together and finally flowing. I'm not a big believer in woo woo, but it just seems that things are flowing way better now this time around that things are coming together. So we
Mhm.
are having a tentative shoot in September, and hopefully we can have it out before Halloween. That's the goal. So
Mhm.
just in time for spooky season.
Mhm. Yeah. Nice.
So we're very excited, man. We're very excited. So Marcus read the script, and Marcus was blown away too. So that means a lot to me because Marcus is not a yes man. He would tell me if it sucked right in my face, and he told me that he
Mhm.
loved it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I will say this: you all are definitely going to be shocked at how good it is, and be like, "Man, why don't the studios do something like this with the franchise?"
Yep.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe next week or in the coming weeks we can share the original picture that you were sharing around from last year, if that's not anything that you don't want to share. But
Yeah, yeah. Is there any way I can put it on screen shortly before I leave?
yeah, yeah. If you want to shoot me a message with it, I can pull it up, or you can try to
Cool.
share from wherever monitor that you're on.
Cool. Sounds good.
CG is with us. Hey, CG, how's it
What's
going?
up, CG?
Hello.
All right. So while Danny's looking at that, so I know I said I was not getting any more popcorn buckets, but then we got this to the thank
As
God.
always.
Oh, you got the barrel, the acid barrel.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
This
man,
is
look at him.
nice. So I just got to get my hands on a Jaws popcorn bucket. That's what I got to get next, and then I'm done with popcorn buckets. It's gonna have to take a lot to get me to get another one because the Conjuring one's out, and I don't like that one, so I definitely wouldn't get that one.
Man,
The
I still
Conjuring
got to get the
popcorn bucket.
Fantastic Four ones. I still got to get Galactus, the car, and Herbie.
You better the Galactus one. I think the pre-sale is ending. I know it ended at one theater. I don't know about the other theaters, but the Galactus one is
Oh,
ending.
already. Yeah, I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered
Oh,
it
okay.
already.
I'll
Yeah.
let you know. I think the car is going to go on clearance because the car is still over at my theater. It's not selling anymore, so that's a
Mhm.
very good chance that we're going to see it drop by 50% very soon. So I'll let you know. But speaking of Toxic Avenger, so I don't know if everybody saw the news this week, but there is a, a toxy penis scene in the movie that theaters now are worried about showing. So yeah, so the ad is now I want you to see my junk uncut, and it comes out on August
I love
29th.
that.
Hell
That's
yeah,
great.
brother.
Yep.
America.
So yep, that's cool. I do want to talk about weapons real quick, but Scott Walker's got a question out there. He's been big on Bigfoot the last 2 weeks. Honest opinion, my friends, do you think the Bigfoot movie Willow Creek is a very good Bigfoot movie, or is it scary, all about exist, or Harry and the Hendersons, the greatest Bigfoot movie ever made? So unfortunately, Harry and the Hendersons is the only one I've seen.
Yep. Someone I've ever heard
Yeah,
of.
same here. And then
Yeah.
Harriet and Henderson's period just to this day still holds up. It's one of the best, practical costumes.
Yep.
With Kevin Peter Hall in the
Hmm.
costume, who also played the
Hmm.
Hmm.
original Predator in 1 and 2, and it was
Yep.
just a great movie. So Harry and the Hendersons is just hands down one of the greatest films ever made. So
If
yeah.
so, if you guys, being that we all haven't seen Bigfoot movies, me personally, if I were to watch a Bigfoot movie, I don't want to see him in it that much. I would go the Jaws route with creating a Bigfoot movie,
Hmm.
like where
Hmm.
his presence is felt, but you don't actually see him until maybe the end. Would
Yeah, I
you want to
agree.
watch it? Would you want to see a Bigfoot movie?
I would. I mean, but like
Um.
you said, Dave, I would rather have I would rather have it as in we rarely see the monster. It should be a reveal that is like, oh shit, it's real. Like more like a suspense thriller. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
is he real? Is he not? And then final reveal is Bigfoot. You know,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
that's my
Mm-hmm.
take on it.
You see him too much, it's gonna feel like you're watching like those weird, like piranha movies or whatever, like those weird ones you see on like sci-fi or whatever.
Yep.
Just a super cheesy Bigfoot or whatever. I don't know.
I would
Make him look
say.
like a Wampa from Empire Strikes Back with the horns and everything.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
how about a little bit of a shout out to our friend that me and Marcus were talking about? Have Kevin Ward, the special effects
Oh
artist,
yeah,
make him. Yeah. So if you
he makes
guys
good
haven't seen,
creatures.
oh my God, next level, next level. So yeah, William Watson's calling me out. Dave, you're lying. You know that's not your last popcorn bucket. Man. Yep. I got.
I rarely collect them, dude. But I'm
Yep.
telling you, when I do, it has to be hella dope. Like I have
Mhm.
my I think you've seen it, right, Dave? My Miles, my Gwen, and my Bat Signal.
Yep. Yep. I
Yeah.
have. Now I recently seen those available online for cheap. So I was like, oh, do I get the Miles and Gwen popcorn bucket heads?
You
Because I
need
would
to.
love to have those. Yeah. So I don't
They're
know.
so good. They're so much better in person. Like
Yeah.
when you see the pictures, it doesn't do it justice. It's textured. It's really well. I like the way they designed the hood and everything on Gwen. It's incredible. And then
Mhm.
obviously my favorite is a bat signal because it's legit a bat signal.
Oh my God, the bat signal is fantastic.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're gonna switch gears to Scream real quick because Danny sent me over his pictures. So I
And the
am ready.
trailer, the original OG trailer.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead. Let's share the screen here so we can see this. Let's do the whole window. That's what we need. All right, so this looked fantastic. Like when you shared this out. So this is who's under the cloak? Is that you or somebody else?
No, no. So that was our stunt double. So basically, unfortunately, we had to recast the whole thing. Um, Going bigger and better than before. So, and then a lot of people, like the original stunt guy that was in this one, he actually tore his ACL recently. I heard. I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
reach out to him, and then my assistant basically was just like, "Hey, he tore his ACL." I'm like, "Oh shit!" So we're getting a new stunt guy to be Ghostface. We have a whole new cast. We even changed the name of it because the original group that was supposed to be a part of this, a lot of people are not available and whatnot. There was just a lot of conflicting things. So we
Mm-hmm.
basically started from scratch, dude. So we have the original script, we tweaked it out, and honestly, it's better than before. Marcus loved the rewrite. However, we are adding things to it as we speak. I know it's a little
Mm-hmm.
late in the game, but we don't care. But it's incredible, dude. This whole new script is
Mhm.
gonna blow the original out of the water. But unfortunately, we can't use this location again. Hopefully, we can. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was it. So those were the two original leads. Like I said, unfortunately we had to recast them, but man,
Mm-hmm.
it was dope, man. The original was dope, but I think this one's gonna be even better. So
All right, and let me see here. Let me get out of this here and
yep,
find the
fine.
trailer.
It was so fine.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
Yeah, so rewind it a little bit. Yeah,
Again.
so yep, there you go. So that was the quick teaser.
Nice. That looks
Yeah,
really
yeah,
nice.
yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty
so
cool,
that's
man.
cool.
Super excited.
Yep. So
Yeah,
that's
this is
that's
gonna be a fun one.
and let me tell you, so guys, on the channel, like for our pop 5 list, I went through a year ago, a little over a year ago. I watched about 100, maybe a little bit more than that, of fan Scream films, and there's tons of them out there. And I only narrowed it down to 5. I got lucky to narrow it down to 5. So seeing this and knowing Danny's film quality, this is probably going to be a really good one. So I'm expecting it. I don't want to put pressure on him, but I'm expecting it to be pretty damn good.
Well,
No
you
I
know
would
pressure.
say
what?
No
this, not
pressure.
like not giving away anything about it.
Oh, Marcus,
This
please.
is no. You know I won't. But I mean, this is one that you know how like in the films you could kind of figure out who's under the cloak, under the mask. This you won't be able to.
Mhm.
That's all I'll
Thanks,
say.
Marcus. Thanks, Marcus. That's a big giveaway, but thanks, man.
All right. So, Mr. William Watson, you need to get in touch with me so I can get your address. I want to send out those cards. I have 2 of them to give away. So, make sure you reach out to me and get me your address. Don't put it in here. Just shoot over to Facebook, look up Nerdbox, shoot me a DM there, and then I'll get your address and I'll send them both out. Scott Walker, real quick. Have you guys seen any more news about Scream 7? What I've learned, there's going to be a Karen, and Sydney's neighbor don't even like her because they don't want her to bring Ghostface to their town. I think that's supposed to be Anna Camp is the neighbor. But I haven't been
they
keeping up with the
kind of
same
hinted
news.
at that like months
Mhm.
ago that she
Yep.
was going to be like the Karen type, and she typically plays that type of character anyway and stuff like
Mhm.
True Blood.
Yep.
What was the singing movie that they did? Can't think of the name movie.
Pitch Perfect.
Yeah,
She's in
Pitch Perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
Dave, I just sent you my mini reel of this year so the audience can see what type of quality to expect from the film.
You should show them the horror movie quality. Let me go grab that real quick. Alrighty, it's oh, okay. All right. I see what you got here. What you got here. All right, guys. So this is some of Danny's work before we get into our list real quick. Oh, before we talk about weapons. I don't. Is there sound playing?
There is sound on it, but you can mute it. It's up to you.
Okay.
I don't know why it's choppy though.
It's
so
probably
choppy, Dave.
it's looking good on my side, so maybe just internet
It's
connection.
choppy for me.
Yeah, it's choppy on your end, on this end.
That's weird. That's weird.
Super choppy.
Yep.
Ryan, look at Ryan.
Yep.
Yeah, old man Ryan right there.
Yeah.
So that
Ryan.
was a Las Vegas show that I shot too. That was Ryan's indie film that I did.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Ryan is been in the Avengers and Ghostbusters. He's been in a lot of films.
Black Panther 1 and
Yep.
2.
Black Lightning on WB. Man of 1,000 Faces.
Yeah.
Walking Dead. Well, he's been in The Walking Dead as well. Yeah, look, so this film quality here is pretty damn amazing. So I love this stuff. Looks really good, man. So let me go ahead, remove that real quick. We'll come back to that stuff later. I think I know why choppy is because I didn't switch my internet over. But let's talk about this. So Weapons just became a rare original horror movie to hit $100 million in theaters. It's been out for 9 days. 9 days it's been out. 9 days.
I can't wait, dude. I'm so excited to watch that freaking movie. Like I told you, it's the only horror movie and movie in general recently that I was like, this looks good. That's rare for me. And so yeah, I'm excited.
It's currently like we're almost 8 months in. It's at 17 for the entire year. Yep.
That's crazy.
Real quick, we got Emo Nerd joining us. Hey, Emo Nerd. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, Emo?
So, Weapons.
Yeah, it's a wild ass movie. But there's some shit in it that will make you laugh your ass off. I will say.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, but if you look here, we know it's going to pass 28 years later. It's probably going to pass the animated Demon Slayer, and it's got a chance to pass Snow White.
Well, to be fair,
I don't
Dave,
quite think it'll pass Final Destination of Sinners, but it'll be up there though.
It's not going to pass Sinners. I don't think so.
Dave, to be fair, that's just Japan for Demon Slayer. It comes out on my birthday, September 11th, September 12th here in the United States.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's just Japan's numbers. It's not anywhere else in the world, by the way. That's just Japan's numbers. So you can see it's pretty high up in the list. Yeah. So yeah, it's very anticipated.
Yeah, it's not domestic.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is good, but let's see here. Let's look at the horror movies. So if we drop down, you can probably consider Jurassic Park in the horror category realm. But that's at number 4. We got Sinners at 12, Final Destination at 13, 28 years later at 16, Weapons at 17. So you got pretty decent amount of horror movies in that top 20. So probably better
I can
than
see it
usual.
moving up. Sinners was incredible. That Final Destination blew balls, dude. Oh, hate that movie, bro. So much potential, man. Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm surprised Sinners didn't pass Thunderbolts, but I could see them re-releasing Sinners towards the end of the year. So that would be nice.
They should.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Ryan Coogler's like full cut, because we know production companies and stuff like that. But man, if there is a director's cut, Jesus. Oh my God.
I haven't bought the 4K. I haven't bought the 4K yet, but I've seen the entire film, the work print. So I've seen the scenes that were cut out from the theatrical.
Oh
Like
boy.
you, Danny, I hope that they didn't just include those scenes as deleted scenes. I would love to see it as how I saw it, but like
Mhm.
polished because the version I saw wasn't polished.
Mm.
Man,
Yeah.
those extended scenes made the movie 10 times even better than what it
That's
See?
already was.
insane.
So this is the
Insane.
conversation that me and Marcus had after Sinners came out. He's like, "Why did you rank it so low?" I says, "Because it's missing like 15, 20 minutes. I can feel
Yeah.
that it's missing 15 to 20 minutes out of that film." And that's what kind of brought it down for me because I would have sat there and watched the extended cut. I think everybody would have watched the extended cut.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Mhm.
and I've
Such a good
seen it.
movie.
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times in theaters this year. Thank God for the movie pass for Regal. But it's still dark. Like I even went to another theater to see it at another theater, and it's still dark. I think it just needed to be lightened up in certain spots.
On the digital one, Dave. On the
Yeah,
digital one, it's brighter.
fantastic. See, now I'll watch the digital copy, and then I'll probably enjoy it more and probably move it up my list.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So on my Samsung TV,
Hmm.
I have the settings on whatever, but dude, it beautiful, beautiful,
Hmm.
beautiful. Definitely some unique choices that actually worked. And I was like, oh, because
Mhm.
at first I was like, why do they keep doing this? And then it clicked, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh, that's why. Like when they go from wide to full,
Hmm.
Mhm.
is because if
Mhm.
you look at the scenes, the full is because of the entire. You need to pay attention to the entire area, which was
Hmm.
beautifully done, very
Mhm.
Yep.
unique. I know
I
they do it
know.
from some IMAXs, like they did it with Mission Impossible, and I
Hmm.
get why they did it because of the stunt and the scenery and yada yada. But to tell a
Yeah.
story is very different,
Yep.
right? So
Yep.
super unique,
Yeah.
definitely worked in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep.
there's a lot of stuff in the background that you miss that's actually like key to the story, like Danny
Hmm.
said.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one again. So William Watson has did it. Damn, am I missing out? Was Weapons really that good?
Yeah. It
It's
was.
it's going to be a divisive film, I will say this, right?
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
it's good. It's like Barbarians, where it has different aspects of the story told through different characters, and then it all wraps up nicely in the end. Marcus and I talked about this, where the ending, if you remove some audio or some sound from the end of the scene, it's more terrifying because it's kind of funny at the end. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So it's a
Couldn't
good
help but
movie.
to laugh at what happens.
Yep. It's a good movie, but Bring Her Back and The Home with Pete
Mhm.
Davidson. I think those are
Yeah.
hand down the top two for the year for me. I don't think nothing's touching them.
Really?
Yes.
No
Surprisingly
way.
though, another one that I'll throw in there, like it, it made me laugh, but when you actually watch it and see what goes on in the story behind it,
Mhm.
and even though it's going through a legal issue right now, Together wasn't that bad of a film either.
I thought
Heard
it
it
Together
was
was
was actually
okay.
good.
pretty good.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I
Oh, okay.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's together slow. So if you
Mm,
don't like slow
Hmm.
burn movies, you may not like this one. I was describing this as this is a film that you can get up, go to the bathroom, come back, and not be lost.
Hmm.
Acting,
mm.
fantastic. The acting is very,
Hmm.
very good in that film. So I enjoyed
Dave
that.
Franco's a good actor.
Oh yeah, him and his wife did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what
Him
I
and
like
Allison
about
was good.
what I like about films like this is you have that slow descent into madness plays out on screen. I
Hmm.
thought
Love
that was
that.
done really well.
Love that. Oh, I can't wait to watch it. Damn it.
Hmm. All right, William Watson, man, how do you guys feel about Black Phone 2?
Ooh, that's how
I'm
I
not
feel.
feeling the. I'm not
Really?
feeling like the first one had the supernatural element to it, but I'm not feeling like how they're making the grabber look in this one. Like
Mhm.
I really want to know their choice behind it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, now it seems like they're going full blown supernatural with it, and to me, that's taking
Yeah.
away. That's detracting from what made the
Mhm.
story so good in the first one.
Dude,
So
dude,
yeah.
the first one was good, but they, like I told you, and me and Dave talked about this. I think we talked about it on the podcast.
Mhm.
Dude, it came out in the time that everyone was like, "Oh, don't put too much bad stuff in a movie," right? And
Mhm.
the ending had such an opportunity. What Blumhouse is known for, which is like
Hmm.
horrible endings that it's horrible, but it's satisfying because it goes with the story, yada yada. They should have ended it that the girl was really crazy, just like her mom, and the kid ends up dying. Her brother ends up dying. That would have
Mm.
Hmm.
solidified it, bro. And
Yeah.
then you have a
Yeah.
sequel like this potential because the killer's still
Yeah.
roaming around, right?
Mhm.
Dude, that would have been insane. But nope. Oh, everyone wins. Everyone's happy, right?
Yeah.
So to have a second one, man. Nope. I'm good.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
am good,
No.
man.
No. What's your thoughts on Black Phone 2?
I'll let you know when I watch the first one.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Well, sorry. Spoiler, my
Yeah.
bad. Oh, shit.
Alrighty. So let's see here. So we have emo nerd girl throwing out that Welcome to Theory comes in September.
Now that
I'm
I'm looking forward to. I
I
am
am
really
too.
looking forward to Welcome to Derry, man, because it's
Mhm.
looking good. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, speaking of TV shows, what about Alien?
I don't know, man.
Loving it. I'm loving it. Me and
I don't
Dave
know,
was
man.
talking about this before the show, man. To me, it that first episode, just the aesthetic of it set the tone and put you back in that nostalgia look of the original film. Uh, Now, granted, Dave and I talked about like there's some shots where I love the fact that they're going back practical with the practical sets, practical
CG!
shoot, but there are some elements where they're switching between practical and VFX, and the VFX is kind of choppy. You know what I mean? A little bit in some
Yep.
scenes, but
Mhm.
overall, I love the tone. I love the introduction of. Not only do you have synthetics, you got hybrids now. You got cyborgs now. I'm loving that. I love the introduction of new corporations from the comics. So to me, I'm excited to see where the rest of the season is going to go. You know, I'm loving the Peter Pan aspect of it because it's making it
Oh
creepy.
yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so it's like, yo, it's really good. I'm digging it so far.
Yeah, they're taking Peter Pan and the Lost Boys to a very dark place. So I like that.
Mhm.
I'll take your word for it, boys. I'll check it out. Ugh.
To Marcus's point, I did watch an Easter egg video. I think it was on Screen Rant about going through everything that was going on in those first two episodes, and like Marcus was saying, the amount of stuff they're pulling in from video games, from comic books, from prior movies, and they're putting it all into this is fantastic.
Okay.
Ridley Scott again, he's just knocking it out of the park. So he's done a
Right.
great job with it. The opening scene had me do a lot of double takes because it looks like it's cut from the Alien movie, like
original
maybe
film.
deleted scenes. There's characters that look very similar to the other ones. Like what's going on here? Like so it's done really good. I like the story. It's different. It's not just a regular Alien story. There's a lot of other stuff going on in here that makes it really good.
Okay.
And what's perfect about that opening scene is because of the fact this show is set 2 years before the original movie. So it just fits perfectly into the lore of it, you know. So yeah.
So does it tie into Prometheus and Covenant?
I believe it's afterwards.
Yes. Well, I say yes
Yeah, you said
because
afterwards, yeah.
there's other alien species introduced. So
Okay.
I would say yes because of that aspect of it.
I
Okay.
believe there's a mention of them.
Yeah, it is.
Movie in
It
there.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're mentioned in there. So it's
So
interesting.
since we're on this topic, let me ask you boys, did you like the deleted scene of Predators where it had Arnold surviving, Danny Glover surviving, they're all frozen, the girl from Prey, they're all frozen?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
know if I like that,
And
man.
killers
Do
of
you?
killers.
Yeah, basically it's all the people that survived and they get captured and frozen. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right.
It's gonna be like a Predator battle world. They're gonna throw the best of the
Yeah.
best in there. I just hope
Uh,
that maybe they figure out is the next one going to be animated? Is it going to be live action? I'm wondering what they're doing. The promise is that they're bringing back the lead actress from Prey to be in a future film, so I'm excited for that. Thank God.
yeah, but like
I
the only
want
way to bring back
I
Arnold
want
and Danny
Ursa from Killer
Glover.
of Killers.
Okay,
Go ahead, man.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
but the only thing is to bring back Arnold and Danny Glover, it has to be animated. You can't do a live action with
DH,
DH. Okay, we, we
dude.
we we know how wonderful that works from the previous shows and
Look,
movies that have been coming out.
Indiana Jones. The Indiana Jones de-aging looked really good on the train.
Sure.
Mm,
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
I say the best de-aging so far has been, and it took them a few years from when they brought Luke Skywalker back in Mando, and then brought him back in Boba Fett, because they hired the guy who did it on YouTube 10 times better than what Lucas and Disney did. Now, if
Yeah.
they hire that guy, then yeah, I say yeah, do it. But I'm with Danny. As far as Arnold, Dutch, and Danny Glover's character, man, I just say do it animated. But
Yeah,
the
man.
girl from Prey, the girl from Prey and the Viking from Killer of Killers. Yeah, bring her into live action. Ursa, because Ursa was
If
badass. in
if you
Killer of
do a
Killers.
live action of this, I'm telling you right now, like the only way I can see it happening besides the whole shitty de-aging is that this battle world has been gone for a long time, like going
Yeah,
on, and you have old man Arnold and old man Danny Glover still surviving.
well, that's pretty much what Predators was. That planet was like their battle world,
That's what
basically.
I'm
Where
saying.
they drop people off. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. And when
yeah,
the trailer showed that it was like 1,000 laser beams, I'm over exaggerating, but you know what I mean. You had
Yeah.
like 10,
yeah.
10 to 15 laser beams on the dude, and then the actual movie was one. Dumb shit,
Yep.
dude.
That was dumb.
I will have to say this: like the Viking story of Killer of Killers was fantastic. Then
Yeah,
when we
the
switched
samurai
out,
story too.
yep.
Samurai one was dope.
And then after
Yeah.
that, it was just like,
No.
I wasn't into it really as much after the first two stories. But that
And see,
Viking
what I
story
loved about
was
the
just
samurai
amazing.
story was the twins in that were the ancestors of the Yakuza member in Predators.
Mhm.
And plus it was the same actor who did the voice for the twins
Nice.
in that segment. So yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm taking a look here at my list and seeing where I kind of left off from last week, real quick. And what happened, just so everybody knows, our top 15, our bottom 10 kind of disappeared off the list. And I matched it up to the video, and it looks like I screwed up how I had my list originally on here. So I'm just looking to see if I have my final 15 here.
Are we on our top 10 or top 15?
We're on our top 15.
Top 15.
So, yep, I'm looking at what
Well,
I got
while you
on.
fix that, I got one more thing to say.
Go ahead, talk about it. I'm going to look at here at my list here and see how I did.
So with Alien Earth,
Put the
now
bracket on
that
screen.
we've been introduced, now that we've been introduced to cyborgs and hybrids too, it makes me wonder if Elle Fanning is a hybrid. Remember we were talking about that earlier off camera, because of the fact that she has so much emotion, more than what typical synthetics have. You know,
Mhm.
synthetics are
Interesting.
always cold. You know, but if
Mhm.
you look at the trailer for the new Predator movie, Elle Fanning, she's like smiling and laughing and joking, and yeah, so she seems more like a hybrid than a synthetic. So I'm
Mhm.
curious to see how that's going to
All
turn out.
right. All right. So it looks like it's the top 16, not the top 15. So my mathing was bad
No, we
again
did
last
15.
week.
We
Well,
did
then I
16.
don't.
No, it's top 15.
All right. Well, then I have to get the top 15 because when I went to go recover it, I stopped the video short then. So,
Boo.
yeah, we'll quickly recover that piece. But any topics before we want to go here? Let's see here. I'm trying to see here if we got any other questions in here. We got 420 Slayer saying that he doesn't really like Pete Davidson. You know what? I think we're all kind of been of that opinion where we didn't really like Pete
Yeah.
Davidson. And I talked about it before. For me, it was bodies, bodies, bodies. And then he had that
Yep.
monologue and it
Same
just
for
turned
me.
it around for me. And then I've enjoyed him in most of his stuff since then. So,
Yeah, Bodies, 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 and his TV show is actually pretty good.
mhm.
His
Interesting.
series
And
that he had on Peacock was pretty good.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Danny's going to hang out with us for a little bit, and then he'll pop off because he's got some other business he needs to handle. But the Hollywood Reporter list is what we got there on the top. So last week we started with that one Bones and All movie, which is a good movie, but it's not top 25 worthy. And then we had Talk to Me,
Mm-mm.
Quiet Place. We had some movie about the shadows that we didn't watch. His House, Drag Me to Hell, It Follows. I forget. Oh, Presence, The Invisible Man, Sinners, Saint Maud, which is god awful. I don't know. It's just really slow for me. I don't know how people really like it. Others, Nosferatu was in there. Us, The Witch, Hereditary. We had The Conjuring, Pan's Labyrinth, which we all really didn't consider a horror movie. It's more of a
Yeah, it's more
sci-fi
fantasy.
fantasy film.
Yeah,
Yep, exactly.
Pan's Labyrinth is like fucking Peter Panish, dude. Or
Yep.
Alice in Wonderland.
hmm Then it was 28 days later, Train to Busan, The Host, which The Host is a fantastic movie, but how do you talk about The Host and not Godzilla minus one?
For
Then
real.
we had Babadook in the top 5, which
Oh
yeah,
my god.
Yep.
Fuck that
It was
movie,
fucking
dude.
terrible.
yeah.
Movie's
Let the right
garbage.
Exactly, right? And that's in your top 5. Let the right one in, Get Out, and then we talked about it earlier, Beneath the Skin. So, to catch everybody up, and to catch me up, of course. For my top movies here, I had Faceless After Dark at 25, The Grudge, Shaun of the Dead, The Eye, the foreign film version, Secret Window, Saw, Frailty, Late Night with the Devil, Mama, and the movie It. And then what would have been my 16 is Coraline. So Coraline would have been my 16. And Coraline is
Oh,
just a fan. Yeah, yeah. See, a
Coraline's a good
fantastic movie.
movie. It's a good
Hmm.
movie, but like on a scale of horror, I don't know if we can consider that.
Why? It's a family horror film.
Sure, I guess.
You know,
I
you
would say
have
Corpse Bride. Corpse Bride was fucking dope.
Corpse Bride's good, but I think Coraline is a far better film than Corpse Bride. And I think
Really?
it's
That
yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When's the last time you
yeah.
watched it, Danny?
years ago, so I have to do a
Yeah.
rewatch.
Yep. Alrighty. So that's my top 16. Marcus had Get Out. I Saw the Devil, which I love that film. Cabin in the Woods, Split. We have
Cabin in the Woods is so good.
right? Barbarian. We have Us, the movie It. We have Trick or Treat. We have Ready or
Yes.
Not. Smile 2. And then Marcus, what was your 16 again? You remember?
You know what? Just put the poster for It on there again, because remember I had both chapters. I had mentioned both chapters.
Yeah. Yep. I don't have another It, but I'll pull that up when we come back to that one.
Yeah.
Let me see here. But wait a minute. Let me see here, Marcus. We had Behind the Mask. We had The Mist, Train to Busan, Sinners, Martyrs. We had Don't Breathe, Scream 4.
Scream
We
4
had,
is good.
let's see what else here. Evil Dead was on there. Dawn of the Dead.
Really
I'll
good.
You got Behind the Mask on there twice.
Yep. Oh, I got Behind the Mask on here a couple of times because we're going to talk about that one, but I don't know if that was your 16. So I'll pull up another It for that one. Noah's bottom half was Happy Death Day, A Quiet Place, The Visit, Descent, Mama, Freddy vs. Jason, Chernobyl Diaries, The Conjuring, Insidious, The Wolfman. What came after The Wolfman, Noah?
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm putting together the first half of my list because I lost it.
Alrighty.
Oh, I know what I had at 16, and we forgot
What?
to put the poster. It was As Above, So Below. That's what I had.
Above, so below. All right, I will go and pull that one off in a second once I stop sharing the screen. But as above, so below. So talk about that one, Marcus, because we didn't
Yeah,
do
that
the
movie
16.
was
Yeah. Go ahead.
that movie was wow, man, with a group of friends in Paris, traversing the catacombs underneath the city. And just wild shit after wild shit kept happening in that movie, man. It was creepy, it was well acted, well shot. I forgot the actor's name, but he starred in the Friday 13, 2009 remake. He was the one douchey friend in the beginning, in the opening,
friend.
kills with the tent. Yeah.
Marcus,
The one that
don't
had
put
the
me
hot
in.
girl, America.
I was like,
Huh?
don't put me in that movie. I'm the douchey friend. Don't put me in that movie.
Nah, but yeah, as above, so below was one of those horror movies that kind of flew under the radar. It came out around the time with like The Descent and what was the movie where they were on the pyramid and plants?
Oh, The Ruins. Yeah, The Ruins.
Yeah, The Ruins. So it came out around that time. Those set of films, and those were all good. So it had the same kind of tone to it. But yeah, that movie was trippy, man.
Yeah, a very good movie. It's a found footage film. I remember, if everybody's seen the trailer for it, it's where they're in the catacombs and you see the fire underground. I thought that was done really well. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, Noah, so while you're putting together your list, do you have your 15?
My 15 is Stream.
Stream. There it is.
Not a bad choice.
Not a bad choice at all. So,
Wait.
I know. Go
That
ahead.
was 15?
Yeah.
That was my 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, take as above, so below off. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But we're trying to figure out what Noah's 16 was. So you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So let's see here. Oh, actually, no. I think you're caught up because you line up fine, so you're good.
Oh yeah,
You're
so
good.
take that off. Let Noah do his, and then I'll tell you mine after.
No, no. Look on the screen, man. We're even. We're even. We're fine.
If that's number 15, then that's not my 15th pick.
All right.
So
1,
that's what I
2,
was trying to
3,
tell
4, 5. All right. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. No, that is.
you.
Yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 15. 15's right there. So we're
Yes,
good.
take that one off then. Let Noah do his. Take that one off for me.
No, no, we're good. We're on 15. We're on 15. That's everybody's 15 right there. I added wrong again. So my mathing was bad.
ain't mathing.
Yeah, I'm doing Common Core math for this tier list, right? So
That's what I'm
that's
trying to tell you. I have.
Common Core, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. As above, so below. I have my 15. I thought that was 16. My
All
bad.
right.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
So
as
let Noah
above.
finish his spiel.
Go ahead. Stream, Noah. What do you want to talk about with stream?
I'm still putting together my list. I gotta go fast.
All right, he's got to go fast. Marcus, what's your 15 then?
Dawn of the Dead, 2004.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
So why is Dawn of the
Man,
Dead on the
I
list?
just love it. One, because the original Dawn of the Dead, 78, was one of my favorite films growing up. And I just love what Zack Snyder and James Gunn did with the remake. And it took what 28 years later did, 28 days later did with the, fast, quote unquote, zombies. But I love that they set it back in the mall again. It was very isolated, very kind of claustrophobic, even though it was a big ass mall. Well acted, great cast. The whole baby scene, zombie baby, was just trippy. Never seen that before. It was just a good movie, man. Good fun movie. I have nothing negative to say about Dawn of the Dead 2004. I actually like it better than the original. So yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It took me 2 watches to get through the original Dawn of the Dead. Like the first time I saw it, it's like, man, blue zombies. I don't know if I can get into it. But then I went and watched the anniversary release in the theaters, and it's like, you know what? This is actually fucking fantastic. So I went into it the first time a little harsh, but the second watch it was very good. But this Dawn of the Dead is, it's superior to the original, definitely. And then there's no pie scene, so that's always a plus when there's no pie in it.
No pie.
And the fact that they brought Ken Forey back as a cameo was just chef's kiss.
All right, so our next one on the list, so we had stream on there, so we're moving on to the next one, and mine is going to be The Tale of Two Sisters. So so a foreign horror film out there. The subtitles are not that bad to go ahead and watch that film. So if you haven't seen it, what I really enjoy about The Tale of Two Sisters is the way that the story is told in this film, right? You're going to watch it. It's going to be creepy. It's going to be confusing at the end. But when you actually sit back and think about it, it's brilliant.
Alrighty, y'all.
Yeah,
I gotta bounce.
All right. Talk to you later, Danny. Have a good night.
Alrighty, guys.
Bye, Danny.
Late.
All right, brother.
So The Tale of Two Sisters, they did an American remake on it. It did not hit on the same, but I will tell you this: when you're watching it and things are going wild and haywire and stuff like that, and you get your reveal at the end, it's told from the perspective of somebody. That's the best I will tell you. It is told from the perspective of somebody. So when you get the big reveal at the end, and then you factor in everything with that, then you're going to be like, oh, wow. Yeah. Fantastic movie. I love The Tale of Two Sisters. Anything to add to
Yeah, it
that
kind
one?
of reminded me. What was?
All right, go ahead, Marcus.
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of what was the other foreign film that had the twin brothers and the mom was all bandaged up, and they did an American remake with the twins from The Boys.
I
do not know.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
With Naomi Watts. Was it Dear Mommy or something like that? Something. Let me see.
I did not catch that one.
Yeah, it was this movie where a woman was in a Good Night Mommy. That's the name of it. Original version, I think it was like a Swedish film. And then they did a remake with the kid from The Boys that plays Homelander's son. And was in Boy Kills World. So it's him and his twin brother. But it's a twist to the movie. But that's what The Tale of Two Sisters kind of reminded me of. That movie.
I'll have to
Yeah.
check that out. I'm very interested in it. Uh, Noah, thoughts on Tale of Two Sisters?
Um, I have only seen this movie once, and it was a very long time ago, so I don't really remember it that much.
All right. All
Like
right.
I know, I know the story. I remember the ending. I understand the concept, so I like the main gist of it. But
Mhm.
my opinions on it, I cannot formulate because I don't really
Mhm.
remember my opinions on it. I'd have to
All
give
right.
it a rewatch.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously this is not one that stuck out to you at the time, and maybe if it's because of how it twists and the perspective of it. We could talk about that afterwards, though. So Marcus, you're up next.
All right. So my number 14 is 28 Days Later.
28 days later. All right.
Yeah, I mean, again, it revolutionized the subgenre, even though they weren't zombies because the infected was still very much alive. Uh, it just changed the game for
Mhm.
zombie films and TV shows and stuff moving forward. Uh, Killian Murphy, I think that I mean, he became a household name after the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Naomi Harris, yeah, Naomi Harris was in it. I mean, it had a good cast, man, and a lot of one scene in particular that I love in that movie that is always my argument when people are saying no they were zombies. I was like the scene when they Jim and them go to get gas and he goes into the restaurant and he's like, oh, I want to get a cheeseburger, and he kills the little boy. You
Mhm.
hear the little boy scream, I hate you.
Mhm.
That right there was evidence much human, they just lose control because the
Mhm.
infection, the rage virus is just rabies to the 10th
Mhm.
power.
Yep.
So
Mm.
yeah, man, love that movie, man.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. We talked about it when we did our rankings, and we talked about some of the characters and stuff like that. Fantastic movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Um, I always like what always gets me a little bit under the skin is like everybody's like, oh well, the zombie comeback was because of that. No, it's because of the Resident Evil games. But 28 Days Later was fantastic. I pref I up until this past year, I preferred weeks over days, but having gone through the rewatches of everything, I now prefer 28 Days Later over 28 weeks
Mhm.
because we found so
Mm.
many flaws when we dissected it. Now it just kind of sticks out to me, and it's like, nah, I don't know about that one.
Hey, don't
Mhm.
forget about 28 years later.
Yeah,
Mm.
yep,
Mm.
hmm
The
yep,
Dong movie. That's what I call it
hmm
now. The Dong
yep.
movie.
The Evil Dong movie. Yep.
28 dongs later.
No, anything to add, or you want to just go ahead with your next one?
Um, I was actually fighting about on the fence of putting this movie on there, but I was like, I got some other movies on there that I liked, but it is a good movie because it is kind of funny to see like how quickly people just decided to become crazy. Because I was thinking about it the other day. It's like the army guys or whatever. It's like
Hmm
it hasn't even been like an actual full month yet. Like it's only been a February month, and
hmm
these guys like
Yep.
you know what? Let's just become absolute animals. It's like
Degenerates. Yeah.
my
hmm
God, like you guys did not make it long.
Yeah, and that's what's
Society
going to happen
crumbled.
to society. Yeah, just think like when we
Mhm.
went through our pandemic, the mad rush on toilet paper. Like people are stocking up on toilet paper. It's like we're never
They
going to
were
get toilet
fighting
paper
and
again.
trampling over each other, man, in
Yeah, with
Walmarts and
It's
toilet
stuff.
like Black
paper.
Friday shopping.
Yeah, horrible, horrible. All right, so what's your next pick there, Noah?
My number 15, or I'm sorry, my number 14 is The Mist.
The Mist.
Ooh. Mhm.
All
A lot
right,
of
I think
great
it.
body horror in this
Mhm,
movie. The effects in this movie are really good as well.
mhm,
Captain
Mhm.
Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine's in it. He,
mhm.
poor
Mhm.
guy.
R.I.P. Yep.
Um, the ending is so good.
Mhm.
Such a great bittersweet ending. I can't remember the name of the actress, but she always over delivers it. But the lady who played like the Bible thumping crazy lady. Oh
Yep.
my God, love
Oh,
to hate
dude,
that
she was.
person in that movie.
Yeah, she played the hell out that role, man.
Yep. Yeah, she did. Probably one of the best on-screen villains of all time when it
Hmm.
comes to horror movies. She is fantastic. So,
Yep.
Shannon's like there. Marcia Gray, Marcia Gay, terrifying. Yeah, and
Hmm.
it's true to life, right? True to life on that.
Yep.
So definitely a good pick there. For me, I say it's a little low, but this is your list. I respect the list. Remember, that's our rule. Respect the list. Because there's many different flavors of horror. So there is no
Not
Why
to
is
wrong
it
mention
my
answer.
you
turn? I
had
thought you had four times.
Hmm?
not to mention you had an early cast of Walking Dead members in that movie too.
Yep.
Yep.
From
Yep.
Carol to
Hmm.
I
what's her
love
name?
that Andrea and
Like
Dale die
Beth.
in this movie,
Yeah, Andrea. Yeah, and Dale. Yeah.
Yep.
and Carol lives, and she lives in The Walking Dead. I thought it was a great parallel there.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Alrighty, our next film on the list is Record or Wreck, depending on how you
Love
want to
it.
say it. This
Love it.
is
Love it.
a
Love it.
fantastic film. So it took what the 28 days later premise was, and Dawn of the Dead made it, and it's still not. I don't think they're really zombies. I also think it's a little bit more of a virus crossed with some supernatural stuff that happens in it, which is further explained. But pure terror in Wreck.
Nightmare Fuel.
Yes. This takes everything like we would love in a video game, throws it right into you into this movie. And the second part to this is fantastic as well. But for a while, it was hard to get here in the States, and there's a rumor that it was banned in the States when I was working at Blockbuster. So I had to get my bootleg copy from somebody that was able to get it from down in Spain. But man, Wreck is fantastic. The Quarantine American remake is fantastic as well. But yeah, terrifying film, very terrifying. My only gripe with this movie is there is some underlining themes of racism in there. So I don't know if
Hmm.
that was meant to be in there or not. So I kind of prefer
Xenoph-
Quarantine a little bit more of that. Yeah.
I think it was more xenophobia than racism. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yep.
Because of the fact, they specifically had the line like "Go back to your country," basically, or something like that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yep.
To those people. So yeah, it was more xenophobic than racism, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Two scenes in particular in that movie that still like haunts me every time I see it. One of the
Which
first
one?
kills where the body, like everybody is downstairs and the body
Mm-hmm.
just drops and hit the floor, it bounces.
Yep.
I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, that's where Halloween ends kind of stole that idea,
Yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
with the kid, and then the scene with the little girl attacking the
Yep.
mom. I was like, hold up,
Oh yeah.
that
That.
that caught everybody off guard. But yeah,
Yep.
that movie was so well shot, man, and
Mm-hmm.
you just get into it from beginning to end. Like I
Mm-hmm.
loved it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And honestly, Marcus, you and I have talked about it. VHS Beyond kind of caught that a little
Yep.
bit of what they did in Rec. So if you haven't
Yep.
seen VHS Beyond, that's probably one of the best films that's out there for the VHS series. So very
Hmm.
good one. All right, Marcus, you're up next.
So I have Evil Dead 2013. People consider this a remake, but it's not. Fede
Hmm.
Alvarez himself said it is a direct sequel to the
Hmm.
original movie. So it kind of ignores Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Because if you look at it, it's the same cabin,
Hmm.
and Ash's car is in front of the cabin,
Hmm.
rusting away. Even though Bruce Campbell pops up in the post-credit scenes, he's not in the movie per se.
Hmm.
But yeah, it is a direct sequel, and he said the reason why he did that because it's basically like going to show how cursed the Necronomicon is, where
Hmm.
it just keeps happening to different people. It's just a
Yeah.
forever-ending curse that you can't really get rid of.
Hmm.
So it's just the same coincidence, just a new group of people. And I
Yep.
love that correlation that it's just like this shit just keeps happening and happening and
Hmm.
nobody can stop it. So I love that idea.
Well, I like how it's been explained, and maybe this is going to come up a little bit later. That there's actually three different books of the dead.
3 books.
So,
Yep.
yep. So that's going
Which
to be
makes
interesting to
sense
explore.
with the Army of Darkness because there's 3 books in that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yep. Evil Dead, fantastic special effects in this movie, just over the top.
Yeah.
Mia, oh my God, this is the one poor timing on my part. So for you horror convention goers, one of my must-have signatures on this is in this movie is play Mia. I really
Mm.
wanted
Love
Mia's
her.
signature on the chainsaw that I have in the cabinet here, along with Sam Raimi, and I requested it. And Mia was brought to Monster Mania at a time that I was not able to go because there was a lot of stuff going on in my personal life at the time. So I missed out on getting her signature. So she is still a must-have signature that I have to get. But fantastic final girl that was introduced in that film. Loved that movie. Fantastic movie.
And been a fan of hers since Shameless, because if a lot of people didn't know, she was the original girlfriend that Lip dated,
Oh,
and then they recast her with the other girl. But yeah, she's an awesome actress, man. Yeah.
all
Jane
right.
Levy.
Yeah, I will tell you this: like, Evil Dead is probably a near perfect franchise because all the films in the
Hmm.
franchise have been excellent, and that's very hard to get.
Yep.
So Terrifier is following right behind that one too, because every film in the Terrifier franchise is pretty damn good as well. So Noah, what do you got at 13?
I have Willy's Wonderland at number 13. This movie is just
Willy's Wonderland.
it's just so
Love
much
that one.
fun, man. Oh,
What happened?
we don't have a picture of it? Oh no.
No, I'm gonna grab it. Go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna pull it up while you're talking.
Somehow I think it's great. Like somehow Nicolas Cage says absolutely nothing in this entire film and still steals the show. And I love it. It's just, I love that we also know the schedule of the film too. It's clean, play pinball while drinking soda, kick some ass, repeat. Like that is it. And this and, like it's like that's the first, second, third, fourth, 20th act. Like it wouldn't matter. It was great. I loved it. I would have loved if they had done a sequel just to see Nicolas Cage do this shit again. I know that they're not going to, but it's such a fun movie. Like anytime someone like introducing someone new to it, it's like it just turns your brain off and enjoy.
Yep. Yeah.
Plus, I love the girl in that because she was awesome in Mayans MC, the spinoff of Sons of Anarchy. She was a good actress in Willy's Wonderland. Yeah.
And then agrees with you.
Have I returned?
You have returned. CG's
Okay.
comment is now up there on the board. Let me take a look here because it is my internet. I'm going to briefly switch, guys. So give me 1 second here as I switch.
Whew.
Wasn't there? Didn't they follow up with like a comic prequel or something for Willy's Wonderland? I can't remember. I meant to
I
get
believe
that.
so. I believe it
Yeah.
is
That'd be cool.
available in comic version. I know the sequel's officially dead because they sold off all the suits recently at auction. So, we lost the animatronics took over. Yep. Yep. I thought it was a fantastic movie. It's a great pick to have on the list. I think it's better than the first Five Nights at Freddy, and I like Five Nights at
I
Freddy.
do too. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I think it's more. It has more fun with itself, but and I know there's different types of horror because like Five Nights at Freddy's, like when it started, like it wasn't meant to be like any type of comedic. Like the original games don't have comedic value to them. It's like you have to do like really quick time events to make sure that you're not dying and you don't get jump scared. So that's pretty much what the games are. So I can understand that, but Willy's Wonderland is just so much more fun.
I like this subgenre of horror that's developing because Five Nights at Freddy is good. Willy's Wonderland is good. There's a movie called Benny Loves You is fantastic. There is
I've heard of it.
there's a 2-part sequel that's on Hulu. That's a good one. I forget the name of it. And then there's Banana Splits. Banana Splits is pretty good as well.
I wonder if the release of Five Nights at Freddy's like maybe killed the sequel for Willy's Wonderland in some way.
No, you know what? It's just like the one movie on my list, Faceless After Dark, or even Behind the Mask, which we have talked about all the time, where you have an independent film that's really good. It just doesn't catch on with the masses because there's no marketing to push it, and then that just eventually just kills it. All right, so we got CG saying, I agree with Dave, way better than FNAF, and I feel FNAF, if you were not a fan of a lot of things that went over your regular viewers' heads. Yep, I would say.
That's exactly it. Like I get some of the references because I have most of my friends and my girlfriend who are huge nerds when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, and they'll tell me about it. But other than that, like I don't think I would really grasp it other than like the very minimal stuff that I can remember from playing the first game demo when I was a kid, when I was younger.
I don't need to have stuff told to me. I don't always need to
Yeah,
have the backstory. 'Cause sometimes I think that's better just to have it out there.
like this is disconnected in a way. I can't really speak with expertise. We need Lucas here for that. I'm sorry.
Mhm. All right, so we're moving on to 12. Shannon, we got another crazy religious woman in this one, and we're going with Silent Night. I think it's probably one of the best video
Silent Hill.
game or
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill, yeah, Silent Hill. Yep. I think it's one of the best video game adaptations that's been made. Whether it follows the video game series completely or not, it's
Oh,
just
hands
a
down.
fantastic horror movie.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
hands down the best video
Mhm.
game adaptation in my opinion. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's scary. The creatures in it are scary. The story is good. Our lead antagonist is fantastic. My God, the Ring of Fire song by Johnny Cash is now forever
Mhm.
changed because of that
Mhm.
film. The demon babies, I can hear the demon babies right now in my head when they're going up to her and that little whining that they're doing. But I love Silent Hill. I couldn't wait to watch this with all of my kids once they were at age where I wouldn't freak them out. One of my kids will still not watch it after seeing it the first time because it is that absolutely terrifying. But I love this film. Definitely worth being mentioned in the top 25. I think. The one
Yeah,
thing
I
I did
say
want to
that. Oh, go ahead.
go
My
ahead.
bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I would say Silent Hill and Fallout are probably hands down the best video game adaptations out there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good movie. No, anything that you wanted to add on this?
Um, I like the antagonist as well. Really don't remember much about this movie because I've only seen it once. This is another one I've only
Hmm.
seen once quite a while ago.
Hmm.
I actually, funnily enough, I saw a Pyramid Head at the Ren Fair yesterday.
I
So
saw him
that
there
was
too.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, so I saw him. That was cool. I'm gonna have to watch this. This is another one I'm gonna have to watch again to gauge on further opinions. But the
Yep.
main antagonist, the little girl demon, very cool. Loved
She
her.
wasn't the
Love her
main
performance.
antagonist.
You
She's
wasn't the
not an
main antagonist.
antagonist.
Well,
Yeah, she she is the tragic protagonist in this film. The
Yeah,
antagonist
she's
is
a
another
victim.
church lady. Yep.
she is still technically a demon, so that it's the in your face antagonist.
She no, yeah, she was justified in exacting her revenge. Like,
I'm not saying she wasn't. I'm not saying
yeah,
she wasn't. But she is definitely she would definitely be labeled as the antagonist to the viewers.
Well, if you
there.
watch it, she really didn't do anything except make the town what it was. It
Hmm.
was the religious woman that really was
Yep.
like pulling all the strings. So she was
Yep.
like the main
That
antagonist. Yeah.
that barbed wire scene to the cooch. Oh my God! Like split. Oh, so
Yeah.
like that's a movie like if you're having a bad day, like for me, if I'm having a rough day, it's whiskey and John Wick. But if you want to go deep into having a bad day, you put on Silent Hill and all of that badness goes away with that girl's revenge. Like I wanted to name one of my daughters Alessa because that's how awesome that character is. Just to see her crawl up from that pit or and then there's that meme that floats around or the gift that floats around with her, hey look mommy, I'm burning, and she opens up her arms
Mhm.
and she goes up in flames. Just a fantastic film. Oh, I love
I'm
it.
shocked that actress hasn't gotten more work because the only other thing that I've seen her in was one of the Twilight films, and that was
Hmm.
it. Like
Yep.
she was damn good in Silent Hill,
Hmm.
and I was like,
Hmm.
yo, I thought she was gonna have a promising career.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yep. Alrighty, so Marcus, what do you got at 12?
I have Alien Romulus.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, man, I love that movie from beginning to end. To me, it just brought the franchise back into good form, and
Hmm.
look at how it set up Alien Earth. I mean, it's
Hmm.
just all tying together. And granted, a lot of people weren't a fan of Prometheus and Covenant. I enjoyed them,
Hmm.
but Alien Romulus to me, hands down, I put up there with the original film and Aliens. And
Hmm.
actually, I put it above Aliens because it got back to the
What?
horror. No,
Look, you
listen,
didn't tell me I
listen.
needed to drink, man. Go
Time
ahead.
out, time out, time out. No, I mean, I put it back over Aliens as far as the horror aspect. I'm not talking
Okay.
about
All right.
overall movie. I'm just talking about
Okay.
getting back to that horror claustrophobic feeling that the original film had.
All
It
right.
got back to that. Now, Aliens is still hands down like a better film overall.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, as far as the horror element of it, it got back to the original feeling and tone, which I love.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
Shannon loves Prometheus. I'm not a fan of Prometheus. CG has got. I'm with Marcus. I saw this movie at 3 a.m. lights off, and it got me spooked more than the one time. It was such respect that was put into Romulus for sure. Yeah, it was a lot of respect put into Romulus. Um,
Mhm.
the
And
face
that's Fede
huggers.
Alvarez. Fede
Yep.
Alvarez, man, he's just a
hmm
damn good writer director, man.
Yeah, he is. That the face hugger is more terrifying in this movie than ever before.
I
So
I want one of those little remote controlled powered face hugger things. That'd be so cool.
yeah. It's not in my top 25, but I can't argue it. I thought it was one of the top 5 horror films for last year. It was definitely a joy to watch. It was very fun to
Mhm.
watch. I can't actually wait to own it in my collection. I just don't feel like paying $25 for Blu-rays anymore. So it has to be very special for me to
Yeah.
spend that much money on a
Hmm.
Blu-ray. It shouldn't be that high. Noah, you and Lucas, with when it came to Alien Romulus, you guys spoke very highly of it. So you were talking
It's a
about this
really
like.
good movie. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a really good movie. I will. It's on my list, so I'll get into my reasonings when we get to it on my list. But
Okay.
my number 12 is Cloverfield.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a really good found footage film. I remember
Hmm.
I've watched this a couple times when I was younger too. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's just terrifying. It it you're never at a point where like you feel like you're safe.
Mhm.
The one scene that always sticks with me is the scene where like the girls behind the like they're in like the quarantine zone and the girls behind a
Mhm.
tent, she vomits
Hmm.
from
Yep.
like getting attacked by and bitten by that bug creature.
Mhm.
So cool. And the ending where it shows like the meteor coming into like and falling into the water,
Mhm.
we'll say kind of strange that nobody saw that, nobody noticed it.
Mhm.
It's like if I like even if like I didn't notice it in the moment, like in the camera, I think I would like it would have been a little bit interesting, a little bit better if they had like said in the beginning of the movie, oh, they maybe like a random conversation because I think if they're at like a wedding or a party or whatever at the beginning, like someone like somebody like one of the people like one of the couple
It was a
people in
going
the
away
couple,
party.
Yep.
yeah, like if somebody like mentioned it in just like a random conversation that didn't seem important, but then you see it in that
Mhm.
end credit scene, that would have been cool. It's like, oh hey, look, I got like I was on a Ferris wheel with my girlfriend or fiance, whatever, and we caught this strange thing falling into the water. That would have been cool, just that.
Mhm.
But other than that, this movie's terrifying, and I love it. The
Mhm.
subway scene, that subway scene too.
Yeah. Yeah. Subway scene. It's one of the best subway tunnel scenes that's been in a movie. So I really enjoy that too. This is one of those films that like you. It's unfortunate that people that weren't alive for when it came out, you don't get to
Hmm.
experience the marketing. Like the marketing for Blair Witch was just next level. The marketing for this was fantastic too because it was never announced what it was. It was
Yeah.
just a clip, like, "Hey, we're at a party, blah blah blah." You hear a noise going outside. They see an explosion, and then comes the head of the Statue of Liberty, and there was just everybody speculating, "Is this Godzilla?" Like
Yeah.
everybody was just talking about it, and it was such a great little tease of what was coming. I like Cloverfield. I enjoyed it. Seeing, like you said, no, the bugs and stuff like that, seeing people explode and stuff like that, or throw up, whatever one it was, but and the overhead shots of seeing the creature step over people from their
Hmm.
perspective was
Hmm.
fantastic. It is definitely a very good kaiju movie if you want to consider it a kaiju movie. Noah, I'll let you classify it since you are the
It
expert
is
when it comes
classified
to
as a
that.
kaiju movie, and the monster, like the big monster from Cloverfield, is actually a baby form of that
Yeah.
monster.
Yep.
Hmm
Because I saw the drawings of the mother, and it was like 3 times
Yeah,
the size of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
it can reach the atmosphere of the
Yep.
planet.
Oh my
And
God.
this is the only movie that I actually liked T.J. Miller in it because I can't stand him. Like his
Yeah,
humor is just so
yeah,
lame to
he's
me, but
rather
he was
annoying, but
actually
this movie's good.
yeah,
hmm
he was actually good in this. So
Yep.
I think it says his career was this is early in his career, so he had to be reined. He was reined in.
mhm.
Yep. All right. Shannon says epic monsters in that one. So now we're into, I believe, number 11. So this
Yes.
this one is kind of probably low on my list. It should be higher on it, but going through my list a few times, it's Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Hmm.
at number 11, I've said it in a couple of videos talking about this movie and on some other lists that we've done before, where this is to me is a bridge movie. And why I say it's a bridge movie is because you have Taylor Gentry is the final girl in this movie, where she bridges the old school style of final girls perfectly to what we have today. It's just a perfect transition if you were to look at it in the cinema aspect. Even though Sidney Prescott was around before that, this I always consider like that bridge, that middle ground that takes you from what we had in the past to what we have now. But Behind the Mask, the introduction of one of the three best slashers for this century. Fantastic movie. It's another found footage film. Well, it's partially found footage, and it changes to cinematic towards the end, and there's a reason for that. But great twist to it. Great story. Great background. Great people. You have Scott Wilson from The Walking Dead in this. You have Robert
R.I.P.
Englund. You also have an Zelba Rubinstein being creepy as
R.I.P.
hell as always. Yep. So a great cast
Kane
in this
Hodder.
one. Yep, Kane Hodder's in it. Makes a brief cameo. We've almost talked Kane Hodder into being in the sequel that they're working on to be the new mentor to take over Scott Wilson's place. But fantastic movie. I
Yeah.
just love Behind the Mask. This is one of those movies that when I worked at Blockbuster, I saw it. It's like, hey, this looks interesting. I went home after 1 o'clock, put it on. I fell asleep 30 minutes into it, and it's like I woke up. It's like shit. Now I got to rewind it and rewatch it again. And I did. I stayed up to like 3, 4 in the morning watching this movie because it was so damn good.
Yeah.
We got CG really quick saying that Dave, you put me onto this movie, saw it the same night, and what a great horror movie. Was so unique and a great take on horror. So CG, if you take a look in our videos, we have an Easter egg video that calls out every single Easter egg that's in this film, and then we have a few cast reunions with the people from Behind the Mask. All right. I don't think anybody wants to add anything to it, just because I think it's going to come up again on the list. So we'll move on. So
Yeah,
Marcus.
I actually gotta higher up my list. So yeah, I'll wait until I get there.
All right, Marcus, go ahead.
So number 11, I have Talk to Me.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man, love that movie so much. It was such a sick and twisted film.
Such a good movie.
Dude, it well acted. The Philippou brothers. Am I pronouncing that right? No, Philippou.
I do not know their.
Oh.
I don't know their last
think
name.
you are. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just know their
Philippou.
YouTube channel name.
Well written, well acted. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when the girl starts singing the French song, and it was original because it was an old song back in the day, and they added a little hip hop beat to it when they were all taking turns at the party and stuff. The ending, like if you don't really pay attention to what happens at the end between the lead, her friend, and her brother, you can easily miss it and interpret the ending the wrong way. Because it took me 2 watches to actually figure out, like, oh, that's what really happened, So yeah, if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it for you, but definitely pay attention to the ending. Man, just such a great film, man. It was all, yeah.
Go ahead, Noah. Talk about it.
Are you grabbing? Okay. Yeah, it was a really good movie. It was a really good movie to just feel uncomfortable watching the entire time, because like in the moments where you weren't gripping the seat because you were about to jump out of it, you just felt uncomfortable because, well, they're good at that with either the practical effects or just the overall, like the scene, or like what they're doing in the background that you're paying attention to, because this movie is really good at that with and the way that I can't remember the name of the main character, but her mom, the ghost of her mom, slowly becoming more dilapidated and turning more and more into like a demon and not her mother. That was such a good detail, such a good little detail. And there's so many of those small little details in that movie that I really like.
I haven't spent the time, but I probably should do this. But
man, if you don't take that off the screen, dude.
Yeah, but I have to get one now. I wouldn't touch it now. I have to get one.
That's the one. Hey, I love horror movies. I love collectibles, but that's one that I would not fuck with.
Yeah.
It's an incense holder and a bong. I have to get one.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Out of all the people that have seen it, only two people will touch that. And it's me and it's Rihanna. So it's those are the only two people that will touch it. Nobody else will touch that when they see that hand. But I love that. It's a fantastic movie. All right. So no, what do you got next?
My number 11, right? Number 11 is what we're on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have the non-American version of Dark Water.
All right.
Yeah, I like the original. Yeah.
Not overly scary, but the you and I don't know if how many people know about this, but like the whole thing that happened with the one lady who actually like was start freaking out in an elevator,
Mhm.
and then they end up finding her in a water tank on top of a hotel, and that happened after this movie came out. And it was just, I don't know, it's just thinking about that and thinking about how like this movie kind of like has that it's that same theme. This movie came out
Yep.
first, is like that adds to this the overall like eeriness of this, especially since
Elisa Lam.
I was alive after after all of this because when people watched this, I think it was like a couple years after the movie came out that happened, but I only knew about this movie after the incident. And this movie's sad. Well, like it's not overly scary. They don't try to hit you hard with the jump scares. It's more of like an investigation type horror film, but it's sad. It is a very sad movie with a very sad ending. And I appreciate that. As much as I hate it, I appreciated that the sadness of the ending. Can't always have a happy ending in a horror movie.
Yeah, the American version's not good. It drags. It doesn't hit as hard as this one does. But fantastic foreign horror film. I saw it's not in my top because there's a few other ones that come before this one. But yeah, like you said, and then the ties in with Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam is just so strange because it's almost a similar thing. It's just that it doesn't take place in the hotel. But
That's
like all the clues that they were finding at the hotel are actually in this movie, like with the
and
water
it's
and
crazy
everything.
because like I think they ruled it as like a suicide or whatever, but it's like there was no way for her to make it in there. They confirmed that there was no way for her to make it in there, at least not on her own accord. So it's like I don't know. Seems all supernatural to me.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty, so we're at number 10. So we're in the top 10 here. So let me look at my list here real quick because I don't remember what my number 10 is. Oh, okay. Yep, that's it right there. Devil's Rejects is kicking me off at number 10. I
Not
just
mad at that at all.
yeah, right. Devil's Rejects is I love House of a Thousand Corpses, but then Devil's Rejects came out and it just blew that out of the water. Fantastic movie. It's more of it's not all horror on it, but it's such a great story being told with it. Baby's just on the next level in this one. Her character got a lot better. Otis is even better. Those characters' evolution in
All
that
three
second
of them.
film is
Yep.
is just amazing. Captain Spaulding and everything on that. So the story is fantastic. The revenge part of it is fantastic.
The
The
sheriff,
end.
William Forsythe.
Yeah, William Forsythe just going down
Mama
a dark path.
Firefly. Mama Firefly was crazy as hell. And
Yeah. That it's just like a very good film from beginning to end, and it's one of those movies where it has a song in it, and it was just fit the movie so perfectly that it's like every time I hear this song play on the radio, it instantly takes me to Devil's Rejects. It's like Bad Moon Rising with American Werewolf in London, but it's just a fantastic movie. That's probably Rob Zombie's best. I don't know if he's ever going to top that one. CG's got nice choice in that one. Yep.
Yeah, I would say that's the second film that used Freebird the best. Kingsman did it the best. Kingsman did it the best with the church scene, but Freebird at the end with the shootout, just chef's kiss.
Yep.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic movie. No, I think you may have only seen this once, if that.
If I think I did, but I don't remember it. And I'm gonna be honest, I prefer Rob Zombie as a musician, as a songwriter and an artist. I don't really like his movies. I mean, the first Halloween movie that he made wasn't bad. The second one, we talked about it. And I don't want to talk about the Halloween franchise anymore, but Yeah, I like his music, and I do also like the Devil's Rejects song. Like I think it's called the Devil's Rejects, his song.
Yeah, it
And I
is.
also like the House of a Thousand
Mhm.
Corpses song as well.
Mhm.
His music is really good. So like, if not, if for anything else, it like just for liking one thing about the movie, I like the song.
Yep.
It's in my Rob
Question from
Zombie playlist.
Yes, I've
CG.
seen it.
Mhm.
What was it? The Adventures of Super El Beasto, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, it
No.
was a fun
I
movie.
I actually I watched that in front of my dad, and it's like for the first time, it's like, oh shit, I gotta take this off.
Hey, one
All
thing
right.
I'll say about the Devil's Rejects, man, one of my favorite scenes, and it was the one to this day still one of the funniest scenes for me, not just in horror movies, but just in film, period. And that was the scene with Ken Forey and
Oh,
what's his
ruby
name?
red.
With
The ruby,
yeah,
the ruby red
with the
riches.
chicken scene.
Yeah,
The
I
chicken
ain't no
scene.
chicken fucker.
I love that. I love that scene, man. It was so
Yep.
funny, and to me, it felt like they just improv that whole.
Mhm. Uh oh. Marcus went
Oh.
robot, and then he faded off. There he's back,
Can you
I
guys
guess.
hear me?
Yeah, we
Yep.
hear you now.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty, Marcus, what do you got at number 10?
So number 10, I have Prey.
All right, fantastic film. I can't argue
Yeah,
with being
man.
in the top 10. Definitely blew me away.
One of my next to the original, I would say it's definitely in my top three of the Predator franchise. Like I would go with
Mhm.
the original Prey and then Predator 2.
Mhm.
Man, this movie was just so well done, and the director and writer to me is just perfect for this franchise
Mhm.
because he gets it. Like you could tell that he did his research and read the comics and
See this
read the
guy over
novels.
here? This guy gets it.
Mhm.
Yeah, like dude, it was just this is how you write a strong woman
Yeah.
character. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing against women empowerment in film and making them badass, but come on, man, like when you have a woman that's overpowered, you
It's
Mhm.
got to make them
dialogue too.
smart to be
It's
able to
mainly
get the
dialogue,
upper hand.
not knowing how to write depth, like in deep and meaningful dialogue. So it's like you can write this like super empowering character, but if you don't know
Yeah,
how to write, like if you don't know how to write dialogue, like it's gonna come off as like the 1980s live action He-Man movie.
Mhm.
And that's really for anything, like male or female roles. It's like learn to write dialogue in these characters before you're writing just the character, or not even like just
Mhm.
learn how to write dialogue if you're gonna write scripts and write characters.
but not only
Yeah.
that, you see her struggle the whole movie,
Mhm.
but she
Yeah,
just keeps chipping away and gets the up. Like she uses her brain. You know,
Yep.
like don't get me wrong,
it's a
I
true
love
hero's
Scarlett
journey.
Johansson. Yeah, like I love Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, but I get tired of these movies, action and horror movies, where you make these women like taking on something three times their size and
Mhm.
they do it with ease. I'm like, no, these women get. She went through hell to get the
Mhm.
upper hand, and that's why I like the ballerina so much. Because like even with Anna De Armas, she was getting her
Mhm.
ass kicked the entire movie, but she
Mhm.
kept chipping away to like get the upper hand on her opponents, and that's what I
I,
love about Play, where she used brains over brawn. You know what I mean? And it
That's
was
how you
just an
win most
excellent
of your.
film.
That's how you win most fights, and that's how everybody in the Predator franchise also takes out the Predator, because like physical hand to hand combat. It is still a beast. The Predator
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
still a fucking beast. It picked up a bear in Prey. The Predator
Mhm.
picked up a bear by it with one hand by its throat and then gutted it. Like
Yep.
no one's fighting it hand to hand combat. So
Mhm.
yeah, the intelligent
And
character
next,
survived, and it shows. Like that's and they really showed what happens to the brute force characters in that movie.
and
I want.
Next to Wolf and Alien vs Predator Requiem, the Feral
Mhm.
Predator and Prey is hands down my second favorite Yautja in the
Yeah.
franchise.
I would love to see this go to the big screen at least once because I do want to see it on the big screen because it's that good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's that good. The movie is so good that everything that we're getting now, Alien and Predator wise, stems from how good this movie was.
hmm
So
Yep.
I know people that do not like Predator films or Alien films, and they saw this, and it's like, yep, that's a movie. That's a real good
it's
movie.
fucking good.
Yeah. Let's see here. CG's got in there Prey, X Romulus, new Alien TV show, Predator animated movie, new Predator movie coming. Can't wait till all of this comes together. Yep. 420 Slayer, you haven't seen it yet? You won't be disappointed. If you like sci-fi horror, this is very good. And again, like I said, there's people that I know that don't like any of those films. They saw Prey and they enjoyed it. So it's a good watch.
If you know how to write a story, you know how to tell a story, you're gonna get people invested.
Yep. All right, no, what do you got at your number 10?
My number 10 is Alien Romulus.
Alrighty, go ahead.
So first off, the X-ray scene. I will say I don't know if they should. I don't think they should have shown it in the trailer. I think maybe they should have hinted at it in the trailer without fully showing it. I think that should have been a surprise, because if you think about what they did in Alien 1979, that whole thing being a surprise, that was really traumatic to see for the first time. So, but it's still so cool. Practical effects in this movie were amazing. And although I didn't need it, it's so cool to find out what happened to the big chap from the original Alien movie. It's like, oh yeah, he somehow made his way on another ship floating in space, in the vacuum of space, and he just decided to wreak more fucking havoc. It's so hilarious. It's like it's just living out of spite, and I enjoy it. The tall man.
He was a different model. He was a different model though, wasn't he?
What's up?
It wasn't the same Ash from Sigourney Weaver.
The robot.
Different model. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the robot. I'm talking about,
okay.
From the first one.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the big chap being shot out into the vacuum of space in the end of the first Alien movie, and then he's just frozen in space. Like it'd be cool to get like a little 8-bit loading screen of that big chap just floating and making his way to the other spaceship for Alien Romulus. On my way to make a sequel.
Yeah.
The facehuggers, we talked about it. The animatronic facehuggers, those things are awesome. And the tall man, hated the tall man. And
the gravity scene was fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say when she's falling out into and they hit the rings. Woo!
Yeah,
I didn't. That scene was silent, but you heard everything.
Yep.
You could hear my heart beating out of my chest.
Yeah, very good movie. Very good movie. We're gonna speed it up there so that we don't go over the 2-hour mark. So we're going to number 9, and
already at an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's with the film that I consider the modern retelling of American Psycho, and that is Tragedy Girls at number 9.
Solid.
There's not enough that I can say about this movie. It is a horror slasher film / comedy, and why I say it's an American Psycho remake is because it's essentially taking everything that's going on with the culture of social media and YouTubers and TikTokers and stuff like that. And then you have two people that are obsessed with serial killers and well, how do we become famous serial killers? And they come with a plot how they can intertwine social media and their channel into it. It is fantastic. It's entertaining. It's funny. It's got some great kills in it or unaliving moments in it. It's just really, really good. I love the film. Definitely, and it's fun. It's fun. The visuals is done, cinematography is done, fantastic in it. I wish we got a sequel for it, but it was made for Hulu and flew under the radar.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, man, and I wish it got more love. Definitely kind of fit that. Spree was another Hulu one that flew under the radar, so it came out in that time where a lot of people just didn't know about it,
Yeah, I will always sing the praises of that. That one, Faceless After Dark, and Behind the Mask is 3 films that I just always sing the praises of. All right, so we got Mr. Scott Walker joining back with us, but let's keep going. Number 9, Marcus.
Number 9, I have another Fede Alvarez banger, Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe, fantastic film.
Yeah, man, just again, I can't praise Jane Levy enough. And then of course you have damn, I always forget his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but he played the blind man in that movie. Been a fan of his since he did this movie with Michael J. Fox back in the day in James Wood called The Hard Way, where he was the villain in that. Stephen Lane. That movie was just so tense from beginning, like the moment they broke into the house. Actually, from the very first shot of him walking down the street all the way to the end, and it was just tense. Well done film.
Yeah, I really like this one. The turkey baster scene is kind of what made me really uncomfortable in the film, which is fine. And you need to be uncomfortable sometimes watching films.
Mhm.
Uh, I think the sequel didn't really do it justice, but I
No.
will watch the sequel. It's still an okay movie, but Don't Breathe, fantastic, very suspenseful, and it's very rare to find a movie that was this suspenseful when it came out.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Moving on to you, Noah. What do you got there next?
My next one's Evil Dead Rise. That was
Alrighty,
was a
go
really
ahead.
fun movie. Great. It was a great send off to another new protagonist in this franchise.
Mhm,
One with two arms, two
mhm,
hands. And honestly, if the little girl picks up like some sort of spell book and becomes a wizard of some kind, and if they both show up in the next movie, that would be great. If we get a prequel or a sequel that revolves around what the hell ever is going on in the cabin, like we don't know
mhm.
how the Necronomicon got to the cabin, so or what. So like I would love to see something like that. I think my only gripe with this movie, because everything about this movie is pretty great, is a lot less death than I would have expected in a hotel, or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, in an
Mhm.
apartment complex. Like, there's a lot of people in this building. There's like at least 10 rooms in that one hall, and
Yep.
there's like maybe like 5 deaths in there, or
Mhm.
maybe five,
Mhm.
maybe 10 deaths. I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more, but I will
Mhm.
say the violent scenes, some of the more brutal gore scenes, very nice, very good. Poor kids. That no one's safe in the Evil Dead franchise, man.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Mm-mm.
That one child,
Uh,
that's therapy bill. Those therapy bills. That kid, they're just gonna be walking in, but you're gonna see him in the eyes, and the therapist is gonna be like, "Cha-ching."
I thought this was the movie that made the Evil Dead franchise very scary again. Like when
Yeah.
I was
Mhm.
a kid and I saw the original Evil Dead, I slept with the crucifix because it just like rocked me. And this was the first movie since then. It's like this is truly terrifying again. This is the Evil Dead for this generation of young and upcoming horror fans that's gonna creep them the hell out. But
Mhm.
I loved everything about all the characters are good. The
Great
storytelling was good.
performances.
Yeah, great performances. The mother in this, we met Marcus and I. We both met her on separate locations. She is funny and she's super nice.
Yeah, Alyssa is great, man. Because I was already a
Mhm,
fan of hers because of
mhm.
Viking. Yeah, she correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My only gripe with the Evil Dead Rise film is that the cheese grater scene was so overhyped going into it that it did not deliver. Like the cheese
Yeah.
grater scene, yeah, Boy Kills World or something like that
That's
came
what I
out
was.
last year.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
That's
say. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a cheese grater scene.
Yep.
But great pick there, Noah. Can't argue with that at all. So let me see here. What is next on my list as I look? Oh, so you guys will probably be a little bit upset, but we were kind of talking about this a little bit earlier today, so I'm not going to dive too much in it. But eight for me is Sinners. It's so low just because I haven't seen the extended cut that Marcus has seen. It's probably going to change after I seen that, but great storytelling in this movie. We've talked about it before on the channel where it's a movie that was so good before they added in the horror element that it could have stood on its own. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
the horror element is just a fantastic complement to the film. I wanted to see more vampires though, so that's why it's a little bit low for me.
No, I
And I know
respect
you,
that. Yeah.
yep, I know you guys have it on your list, so we'll keep going and we'll let you talk about it when it
I
comes
mean,
to your pick.
if you want to make it easy, my next pick, so my number 7 is Sinners. To make
Yeah,
it
but we're
easy,
not there
it's
yet.
not my
Let's
number.
go to eight.
I know we're on 8, but just so you know, number 7 is Sinners for me. Um,
Okay.
The Darkness, it didn't really bother me that much. I'll probably have to go back and rewatch it to see I'll go back without the goggles and see if I can do a nitpicking. But
Hmm.
it's I don't know. It was just such a beautiful movie. Like all the characters that they set up in the first half too, like in the first half of the film, like I
Hmm.
loved
Oh
them.
yeah.
I,
Hmm.
and even like I can't remember the name of the original vampire, but like
Remy.
I just felt connected to all the characters that they were
Hmm.
emphasizing, and they did a really good job in this film,
Hmm.
and I really enjoyed the film.
I would like to see a prequel of Remick and the Indians.
I would like to see. I would
Oh
like to
yeah,
see
the Choctaw.
many
Yeah.
spin-offs of this in this series. I want to see. Sorry, I can't say. Well, I mean, this movie's been out for a while. I want to see something for stuff from the end credit scenes. I want to see a sequel about the end credit scenes. I think that'd be so
Mhm.
funny.
Yep. All right, so that was your number 7, but what's your 8?
My number. Well, we skip Marcus.
No, you never get. Oh yeah, we did. All right,
Yeah,
so
you
yeah, I'll
put
move that
Sinners
down
at
one.
my number 7, so you got to
Yep.
take that off.
Yep, I moved it down. So Marcus, go ahead.
So my number 8 is Scream 4.
All right.
The reason why I got on there, man, like, hey, this movie was so far ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where for it to come out, what was it, January 2011 when it came
Yep.
out? I think.
Yep.
That it predicted where we are today with social
Mhm.
media and
Yep.
and just the state of the world with social media.
Mhm.
I mean, even though it was kind of obvious with Jill, I just loved how crazy her motive behind everything.
Mhm.
Again, it was just all about being famous for her.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's all about the likes. All about
Yeah,
the likes and the
man.
fans.
Yeah, that movie was so fun. The only thing I
Some could say that
didn't
about
like
us.
about it, yeah, the only thing I did like about it was like the cinematography of it. It looked like old 80s TV movies where it had like this cloudy filter on it in
Mhm.
comparison to the other Scream films. Like it didn't look as cinematic as the other Scream films in the franchise. That was my only issue with the movie. But overall, man, Scream 4 was groundbreaking in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was my number 2 Scream film for a long time until Scream 5 came out. But Scream 4, like you said, ahead of its time. Storytelling was fantastic. Features one of the best unaliving moments in the entire franchise. There's so much stuff that is cut out from the film, so they should release an extended cut of this one because
Mhm.
we get explanations of what happened to Sydney's father. We have the crime scene at the beginning of the movie, which delves into the stew theories because the way the scene is staged. It's just a fantastic film from beginning to end. So yeah, I can't argue with being in this spot. Alrighty, Noah. So we talked about your number 7. What is your number 8?
My number 8 is Terrifier 2.
Okay.
Such a great film. I remember tracking this like when I was back when I was working at T-Mobile when this movie came out. I was tracking the box office because I really wanted to see this movie succeed. One, because I knew Marcus was working on it, and two, it's like just see how this movie was tracking after also seeing it myself, and everybody was coming in as customers and like all my friends. I was like, you gotta watch this. Like the first movie myself, like I wasn't even super interested in it, but watch this movie. It was so much fun. And it really felt like a breath of fresh air for horror. Like it really just kind of like brought it back. Like I feel like it kind of brought horror back in a nice way. It's like I feel dirty after watching this film. I like it.
I'll tell you this. It's like you said. It's kind of not only brought back horror, but it opened up a whole new world of horror with the independent horror artists getting chances now to be on the big screen and stuff like that. So it's a game changer, like the original Scream was. So Terrifier 2 is a fantastic game changer. It's introduced us to the ultra violent gore slasher film. I forget the term that they came up for it when it first dropped, but I seen this movie. This is a movie that's not going to be topped for how many times I saw it in the theater. I've seen this movie at least 13 times in the theater. I lost count because I know the last time I went to go see it was at a double feature at Smod Castle that is run by Kevin Smith, and the whole entire Terrifier 2 crew was out there for a Q&A and afterwards. So we did Terrifier 1, we did Terrifier 2, and then we did a Q&A for like $30, and we were there for 6 hours for the entire showing. So fantastic film, not just because Marcus is on it, a lot of our friends have worked on it. It's just a very good film. I'm obsessed with Art the Clown. As you can see, there's a mask there. You can see Santa art over there. I got Santa art and the pale girl there. I got a poster behind me. It's just one of the best icons that's come out in a very long time. Alrighty, so that brings us to 7. I know Marcus. When Marcus is quiet, he's saving his conversation for later.
I got to hire up on this.
Yep. My number 7 is my number 1 for this year, and that is Bring Her Back.
the most uncomfortable film I have seen in a while. Like, that movie
I
was
still gotta watch
trippy.
it.
Yep. Bring Her Back is probably the only movie that has made me jump since I've been an adult. Not just once, but it made me jump twice. That's how good this movie is. So there are scenes that I don't know how many people have actually seen this movie, but there are scenes in this that when you see it, it's like, oh God, I can't believe that's happening.
Yep.
Storytelling is fantastic. The acting is fantastic. Again, like Marcus was saying, it makes you uncomfortable when you're watching the film, and that's what horror is supposed to be all about.
And again, it's another banger from the Philippou brothers after they did Talk to Me. So
Yep.
can't wait to see what else they'll bring out.
hmm
After
It's
this.
it's an original horror film as well. So
Yeah.
fantastic film. I'm really happy with it. Marcus, what do you got at 7?
Number 7, I have Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Yep.
Again, we can't praise this movie enough, man. I just love just the originality. Like, we haven't had a horror movie from the killer's perspective. Probably, I mean, obviously, besides American Psycho, but even before that, it was more in line with, if you remember the '80s movie, Henry, the serial killer.
Yep.
With what's his name from The Walking Dead. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, Henry Portrait of a Soul. Yeah,
Yes, man.
I can't argue that.
Yeah.
Behind the Mask is definitely like when In a Violent Nature came out last year. Everybody's like, "Oh, we finally get a horror movie from the perspective of a slasher," and it's like, wait a minute, we already got that. It's Behind the Mask.
Did you guys forget?
Yep. Yeah. That's one of those films that we're blessed to have known almost everybody that's worked on that film, and we get to talk to them at a frequent basis. So, fantastic film. That doesn't sway the opinion. This movie was on that list way before that is even on there. In fact,
One of the few movies that I watched and loved
Yep.
on the first time watching.
Me and Danny, actually, our interview show, when we talk about behind the scenes and stuff like that, it's named after this movie, Behind the Mask. So, no, we talked about your number 7, which is Sinners. And so that means we're moving right into number 6. And I got to look at my number 6 here on the list. So we talked about this too already. It is The Mist. The Mist is on there at my number 6. Yep. It's the ending. It's one of the best endings in horror movie history. There's one other movie that has a fantastic ending that I want to talk about a little bit later, but this is probably the best ending in a horror film of all time.
Yeah, even if the movie itself as a whole wasn't as good as it was.
Man,
that ending.
Yeah, fantastic ending on there. So that means, Marcus, what do you got at number 6?
The same thing, The Mist.
Woo, back to back. Yep. All right.
I didn't think anybody. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think anybody. I thought I was gonna be the only one with this on my list. I thought I was gonna be the only one with The Mist on my list.
I will have to disagree with Noah saying that the movie may has been as good throughout, but I beg to differ. I thought the movie was phenomenal. From beginning
I'm saying
to
it
end.
was. No, I'm saying it was good throughout. I'm saying even if it wasn't, the ending, the ending was still really good because I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, it just goes to show like how weak-minded people could be, and the group think, and how if you have a strong personality person that could easily manipulate people, it dove into that. The whole group think aspect of it. I mean, the special effects was great. Brower was great. May he rest in peace. Like everybody, man, that movie was just awesome. And again, like Dave said, if not the best ending, one of the best,
Oh yeah, definitely.
They should have a list for that. Best endings in horror or something. Like best ending in movies and stuff like that. That would be great.
I think we ran a poll for it like 2 years ago on here. I may have done a video for it. I don't remember. I have to look back. But
if he would have waited, less than a minute, you know what I mean?
Right?
Or was it a token, a blood sacrifice to God, like what she said?
Yeah,
that's what you got to question. Like it really gets depends on your faith, your faith.
Yep. All right. So Noah, what do you got at number 6?
My number 6, I got Shaun of the Dead.
All right, good
one. Such a fun horror movie. I mean, like, granted, there's no part of this movie that really scares me. Yes, there's like some pretty gruesome gore scenes, but other than that, it's a great comedy movie. Love Simon Pegg, Love Nick Frost. It's just a great movie, and I think somebody else had it on their list, and we were talking about it already.
Yep.
But we wanted to do some referencing on this to make a commercial, which maybe we'll do that in the future. But just such a fun movie, and I love that how like at the end of the day, still out there playing video games with with your best friend.
Yep.
It's like, oh, yeah, don't try and bite me, and then they just go back to playing games. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
And
One of
it's
my
still
favorite
better.
endings. One of my favorite endings. Yeah.
I that's a movie that I would like to go over where they shot it and walk through all the different areas that they shot the film and then recreate the walk because it's just an iconic walk.
Sometimes I'll quote that movie and people don't get it. And it's like, just watch Simon Pegg movies. Like, honestly.
Oh yeah,
that's the second album I've ever bought.
Yep.
And the fact that they got Bill Nye to do comedy because he's usually a more serious actor. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was hilarious in it.
Well, I like how he has that that nervous tick that he does in that film, and he did it in Pirates, and then he also did it in Hot Fuzz. So
maybe he just
really
has
cool.
maybe he just has a nervous tick.
It could be.
He has performance anxiety.
Shannon has this as one of her favorite horror comedies. I know she's probably seen this because her movie horror knowledge is just vast. But Tucker and Dale versus Evil is another fantastic one. CG Shaun of the Dead proves you can be funny but still respect and put love in the genre. Yep, that's 100% true. I can't argue that one at all. All right, so let's see here. We're moving into the top 5. So top 5 here is okay. So this was mentioned once. I thought it was a little bit low to be on the list, and I'm surprised it didn't make the top 25. But The Descent. The Descent is fantastic. Yeah.
I think that was on my list.
Yeah, it's low. It's low on your list.
Oh,
I thought.
my apologies.
Yep. I'm not gonna stay on it too long. We said it in the last video. I think this is probably one of the scariest and best films since Alien and Aliens. It was just done superbly. Story was fantastic. Again, horror was a compliment in this film because the story was that strong without it. But Marcus, what do you got at number 5?
Number 5, not to toot my own horn, but I got Terrifier 2, man. You all already said enough about it, but one thing that I want to add to it that you were hinting at, it changed the game for horror in general because it was the first film. The MPAA took a gamble on us, being in the middle of the pandemic and everything. We were the first film to be released unrated in the theater in over a decade. And now more and more horror movies are doing that now. So if it wasn't for Terrifier 2 and the success from it, and then also being that it was only made for 250 and make 16 million globally, that's major. That's major for film. So Terrifier 2 just changed the game for horror in general. And then again, it was just, a fun to work on that movie. And that was my first time in front of the camera too, even though I was wearing a mask during the Halloween party scene. I was on the big screen, so that was fun. So
franchise has been around for 15 years. Not that many people know that. And I'm proud to say it, we are the unofficial Terrifier channel. I think we have the most videos on Terrifier anywhere, behind the scenes, Easter eggs, interviews, everything. So yeah, that's a great number 5. Great number 5. I love it. We'll probably talk about it again. Let's see. Noah, what do you got at number 5?
My number 5, I have Faceless After Dark. I remember we watched this movie together, and then it was less than 24 hours. I ended up watching it again because it beautiful color, beautiful lighting from this movie. I love the colors that they have, some great quotes, and in the perspective of a creative mind, it really does. It speaks to how suffocating having a creative mind, especially in this day and age where social media floods the world with millions of hours of content, or at least thousands of hours of content every day on YouTube, on Spotify, wherever. So it's like, and then also seeing like how she, like her one friend, like she has connections because of people with money and stuff like that. So she's losing her shots and stuff like that. And I really like that aspect. It really, it speaks to us. It speaks to us in a way. it's just such a good film. It really spoke to me. That's yeah. It just really spoke to me as a content creator and a filmmaker.
Cinematography is beautiful.
Yes.
The dialogue is beautiful. This is Tara from Terrifier, Jenna Cannell, who is one of my favorite actresses. Privilege of having interviewed her on the channel. I had to keep my female man crush aside, my fanboyness out of that, but because she's just a great person in real life too.
Yeah.
Marcus can attest to that. Marcus knows it pretty well, but some of the stuff that she does outside of film is just top notch.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we're moving into our final ones here. So we got at number 4. Let me see here. I should probably pull this up while somebody's talking. But we talked about it. Terrifier is at my number 4 spot. So we don't really need to go into it much further. Again, saw it 13 times in theaters. I love this over part 3. Cinematography is
Should have a
just next
tally
level.
mark, like the
Yep.
tattoo, just tallied how many times you saw it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Marcus, what's at your number 4? Marcus is lagging. Marcus, what do you got at 4?
So at number 4, I have Martyrs 2008, the original,
Yep.
not the crappy 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Can
You're
you hear
good.
me? Testing,
Yep.
testing. Yeah, Martyrs 2008, not the American. Martyrs was just a twisted film that I did not expect. From beginning to end, it was just brutal, and the ending was just like, what the hell did I just watch? Like, those
Yep.
two ladies, man, did a phenomenal job. You felt their pain, you felt their struggle. The company that was running everything, they were just rich people that it goes to show like how sick and twisted people could be with money,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yep.
where they feel like they're untouchable and could do whatever they want to do, you know. But yeah, just a great film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You would thank me later.
Yeah, this is a film that has almost like 2 different types of movies. Like once you think you're through the first part of the movie, because you think it's just one whole movie, it takes a twist and takes you down another path, and it's just like, oh, this is a hard watch. It's excellent, very good movie. It's disturbing too, so it's good to see a disturbing movie that's on there.
Mhm.
All right, no, what do you got at number 4?
Behind the Mask.
Alrighty, there it is. It's back. Anything you want to add to what we've talked about already, or no?
I'm just to press on your point about what you said about Scream. Like I agree that this would be more so a transition because of like we have the 2 different like cinematography styles of the found footage and then also how it kind of feels in 80s and 90s slasher films. Whereas I feel like with the cinematography for the original Scream film and honestly the Scream franchise in the 90s as a whole, it felt like you were still watching slasher films from that time and the time before.
Yes.
That stuff I felt didn't advance. Like the concepts of what Scream was advanced how we look at horror as a whole now. But the cinematography, I feel, didn't change and didn't bring us anywhere newer. Whereas I really like what Behind the Mask did.
Yep.
But that's just anything the stuff we didn't touch up on already.
Yep. All right, so that brings us to the top 3 for each of us, and the top 3 for me is going to be starting with The Substance. The Substance, my God, blew me away last year. Demi Moore was the best actress last year, hands
Yeah,
down.
she should have got the Oscar. She should have got the Oscar over the girl from Honor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Mikey Madsen, she's a great actress. I liked her. I seen the movie Honor to see how it got her the nod. She did not outperform Demi Moore. Demi Moore just knocked it out of the park. And the story is
it just proves the
fantastic.
point of that movie, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does prove the point of that movie. But it's just a mirror reflection on Hollywood today and how everything is,
And society.
Yeah. No, you summed that up perfectly. It perfectly sums up today. Her not getting the Oscar is essentially what that movie's about. But I love this film. I'm not a big body horror person, but this film had me gripped. The cinematography makes you uncomfortable. The body horror scenes make you uncomfortable, and the story is fantastic.
That the Oscars should start letting like just act like actual like moviegoers come to the Oscars so we can start doing WWE chants. So like when people are going up on the stage, like she didn't win, she was robbed. She like that
Yep.
would be
Yep.
hilarious.
Mhm. Yep. So CG
Well,
guys
it just
hands
goes to
down against
show,
everybody.
like it just goes to show like how the Academy works and how they vote. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm not
Because I
looking at
mean,
awards shows for any merit.
you can even go back the year before, like how the hell did Jamie Lee Curtis win over Angela Bassett? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yep.
it just
Yeah,
goes to show how like it makes no sense, you know.
hmm
So yeah.
Yeah. James McAvoy. We talked about it last week. He didn't get
Hmm.
nominated for Best Actor when he did Split. Why?
Yep.
Nobody touched
Yep.
him that year either.
dude,
Yep.
you do how many different roles in
10.
one movie, and
Yep.
yeah, and you don't, yeah, and not to mention they were all amazing. Like I'm sorry, like that's crazy. Let's go. Well, we don't respect the genre.
Yep.
Hmm.
Scott Walker, you're right. She is Asian. I remember that being a big thing when Scream came out and it was finally revealed. It's like, oh, it's our first Asian Ghostface. Like, I don't care what anybody's
What
background
race?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good in the role. She's one of the better Ghostface.
Mhm.
So Marcus, what do you got at number 3?
Number 3, Train to Busan, man. I mean, we
Train to
praised this movie enough. Like, we just can't talk about how well acted, how well shot it was.
This
You
movie
get
makes you
invested
ugly
in
cry.
every single character. I mean, it broke my heart at the end. Like,
Mhm.
dude, it's just too bad Peninsula wasn't as good, but
Ah,
yeah, Train to Busan was just phenomenal, man. Love it.
We don't talk
South
about Train
Korea
to
knows
Busan.
how to make good movies, man. That's
They
all I
do.
gotta
oh
say.
yeah,
South Korea knows how to
Minus
make
Train to
good horror
Peninsula.
movies. Yeah.
yeah. I love this movie. We'll talk about it again because it's on my list as well. No, what do you got at number 3?
My number 3 is also Train to Busan.
Alrighty.
I should probably note that my top 3 are all foreign films. So, um, I think that really speaks volumes as to where you get the
Mhm.
better films from. But yeah, this such a fantastic film. Like I don't know what I was expecting when we because I think you mentioned this movie, but I don't remember like my feelings towards the movie going into it, but I remember coming out of it and be like, man, fuck this movie. Just start
Yeah.
bawling my eyes out because it's
Yep.
just dying on the inside. This movie hurt to watch. It was such a good movie, but it hurt to watch.
Yep. Yeah. It's like the two movies. We'll wait. We'll talk about it when we get to mine on that piece there. But let's see here. So we got CG's got foreign movies prove again and again they have that heart in movies like we used to have in the
Yep.
70s, 80s, 90s, and etc. Yep. They've been killing it for a long time. So at
Capitalism
number
kills all.
Yep. At number 2, so this is kind of like why it's like I love the Host. Host is a fantastic movie, but Godzilla minus one is the best
Uh,
horror film of last year, or the best film. Yeah,
best
best
Godzilla
overall
film,
film.
period.
Yeah. Yep. It was fantastic. Godzilla minus one. I love that movie. It brought the terror back to Godzilla. It's one of my favorite renditions of Godzilla. The human element of Godzilla was fantastic. Like they just hit
Yeah.
a home run on that film.
Yeah.
How many times
Cinematography,
you watch a Godzilla
beautiful.
movie and care about the character development?
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah.
scene in there. It's like, oh my god, did they just do that to this character? Because I really love this character. But
Yeah.
start to
I'm
finish,
excited for the
fantastic
sequel.
film.
I'm
Yeah,
so
I
yeah,
am
excited for the
too.
definitely.
sequel. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, Marcus, what do you got at number 2?
So number 2, I have The Substance.
All
I
right.
mean, we just talked about it, man. And again, I felt like even if Demi Moore didn't get the award, what's her name that played the younger version of her should have got nominated. And I thought
Yep.
she did a better performance than Mickey
Mm-hmm.
Madison. Uh,
Yep.
Dennis Quaid was just an asshole in it, and I
Oh
loved it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
first time I ever seen him play a character like that. Like
Yep.
to me, The Substance was a modern day The Fly. You know, Jeff
Oh yeah.
Goldblum's brother.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a modern day version of The
Mm-hmm.
Fly to me, and I loved every second of it. Man.
Yeah, it's a movie that I left the theaters. I didn't know how I felt about it. I slept on it and woke up. It's like that's a fantastic movie. Now that it's sunk in and everything. Yeah, fantastic
Yeah.
movie.
Digested.
Yep. Noah, how about you? What do you got in number 2?
My number 2 is the first one missed call.
Alrighty.
Oh, I mean, I mean, we could talk about it, but I could just say play the ringtone from that movie, and
Yeah.
that'll say it. Like that ringtone to this day haunts me in my dreams.
Yeah.
But I would say this is the movie. There's 3 movies in the foreign in the Korean franchise, and I would say that like they're all good. The third
Mhm.
one, I mean, like, it's a little weird, but even still, like, the third one's fun and it's scary at times. But this movie's sad in its own way, because especially like when you start learning like that the mom like was persecuted, and like you want to understand why she was, but at the same time it's like her daughter was a psychopath, and then she let her daughter die from an asthma
Yep.
attack. So she technically let her daughter suffocate, but her daughter was also about to kill her other daughter. So it's like, man, such a complicated movie, especially a complicated movie to watch as a kid, because I was a kid when I watched this movie for the first time, and I think I watched
Yep.
this movie like 4 times. It's a really good movie. It's a very complicated movie. I had Dark Water on here, and I was like, I wanted to put that higher up on the list, and then I remembered One Missed Call. I was like, oh, fuck that, and then I put One
Yep.
Missed Call like right at my number 2.
Yeah, I wonder, because Late Night with the Devil takes a little bit from this movie with
Yeah.
the ending of One Missed Call. So I wonder if
Yeah.
there's some influence there, because it definitely has some similarities. But it's an excellent film. Of all the foreign horror films that I've seen, like, I have The Eye on there. I would have The Phone on there as well if I was to put another one on my list,
That
other
one got
than my
booted
number
off
one.
by Dark
Yeah.
Water and One Missed Call. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was another one that was a fantastic film that's on there. But The Phone is One Missed Call is good. They tried to do it in America. I wouldn't even touch it, because there's no way that you were going to be able to remake that one.
No.
Yeah.
But that brings us to number ones, and we've talked about it, and it is Train to Busan is number 1. And what I was going to say earlier is that this ending, where Noah was going with it, the ending is so tragic, so fantastic. But this is the film that, with A Quiet Place and this film, the endings got me the first time I saw it, and then when I watched it with my daughters, it got them at the same exact scenes, because it's such a movie. It's the best zombie film, I think, of all time, is Train to Busan.
Yeah.
And then the ending, uh, with the little girl and her dad, the way that story plays out is it's heartbreaking. And then what happens afterwards in the final tunnel scene, again,
And when you think it's
heartbreaking.
over,
Yep.
it is not.
But there's the scene that gets me is there's the dad in the movie has a flashback as things are going on, and he pictures his daughter's life, because he starts out like an asshole in the beginning of the movie, and he changes
Yeah.
throughout it, and he just lives through his regrets in that final scene, and that's just like, that's heartbreaking.
He's such a good actor, man, because off topic from this, if
Yep.
you haven't watched this latest season of Squid Game,
Yeah.
or not this latest season, last season, his scene that he had, the Russian roulette scene, dude is such a good actor, man. Such a good
I'm gonna
actor.
watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I have to watch the first season before I can watch the second season. But there's 2
3
TV
seasons.
shows. Oh, well, there's 2 TV shows in front of it, because Alice in Borderland coming back next month, and then there's another one that I gotta kick off soon. So I gotta get to Squid Games. Marcus, what do you got at number 1?
Number 1, I have Sinners, man. The only thing I want to add to our conversation of what we talked about it was just the many layers of it, like how you mentioned about wanting to see Remick and the Choctaw. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people didn't know in history that the Choctaw actually helped the Irish when they came over. You know, so they have that relationship, and just the layers of the parallels of you know, black people in the South dealing with racism in the Klan, where the Irish dealt with that with the English, you know, and just it was like Remick was such a tragic villain, man. Like Jack O'Connell played that character so well, dude. It was just like you a lot of people hated him, but you kind of got a feel for him, man, because all he wanted to do was just to be among his people again. You know what I mean? He might have went about it a messed up way, but he just wanted Sammy's gift to be reunited with his people again, because his soul was stripped. You know, I thought that was beautiful, man. And special effects was great. The music is phenomenal.
Oh, music is great.
It was just a well acted film, and my hat goes off to Ryan Coogler, man. So yeah.
Yep. All right. Yeah, we said enough on this one, so we're gonna close out. Noah, what is your number one?
Okay, I wasn't gonna put it because I don't because like Prey, I don't consider it a horror movie unless you consider it like a political horror movie. But I put Godzilla -1. Godzilla
Mhm.
will go up against is a kind of a cheat for me because Godzilla against anything is number one for me. But
Mhm.
yeah, if you want to go into the horror aspect, in my opinion, the political horror for Godzilla starting from 54 to now, like
Mhm.
it it's so beautifully told throughout the entirety of this franchise with regret and guilt and the PTSD of something that he feared that he should have done but should not have done, and also getting to see like more so like the complexities of Japanese civilian life
Mhm.
pre and post war
Oh
World War
yeah,
II
right.
because like how many documentaries have we watched on World War II?
Mhm.
It's like, oh well, they were just the bad guys, and then we
Mhm.
watched that movie that take I can't remember, it was a movie that came out like a couple years ago where they're fighting in the water, Midway or something like that.
Mhm.
um and it talks about how it was actually the Chinese government that was oppressing the Japanese government to join
Mhm.
in World War II.
Mhm.
Um, and then so we learn more about these complexities, and I like that. I like the complexities of it. I like
Mhm.
learning more about history and learning about the political horror of why Godzilla is the way
Mhm.
why we have Godzilla is because of the atrocities of World War II and stuff like that. And
Yep.
we don't learn about this stuff in history, unfortunately, because complexity contradicts ideology.
Mhm.
But it's just such a beautiful film, and the moment you hear the Godzilla the OST his score, it's like, it's so
Oh
good,
right.
it's so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, the train scene, because that train scene also is a it's kind of like it's a reshoot of the from the original film. When you
Mhm.
see Godzilla for the first time make landfall in the
Mhm.
original Gojira film, so it's just so good. I love that movie. Great special effects. I want the second one so bad,
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
bad.
I want to add to the special effects. This was the first. I mean, you know more about Godzilla than I do know,
Yeah,
but this was the first time that I felt they took a realistic approach of what the devastation and damage would be from
Yep.
Godzilla's
yeah.
atomic
Mhm.
breath.
I would say that even Shin Godzilla didn't get that to a great degree, but that's because I mean, one, there was like what, like a half an hour scene where they're talking about politics, and
Mhm.
Oh
then
yeah, that one put me to sleep in the theater.
I
Oh
we both fell asleep. Yeah, we both fell
yeah.
asleep for that scene. But the only scene where you really get like any type of devastation in Shin Godzilla is when you see him use his atomic breath for the first time, and that scene is beautiful. That's just a gorgeous
Mhm.
scene. But even like most of the buildings stay standing for that scene, and
Mhm.
then at the final scene at the end, like they overpower him with trains and then they freeze him.
Mhm.
So this movie just felt so good to watch. Like if as
Mhm.
a Godzilla fan, it felt good to see this in the collection of Godzilla films, and knowing that it
Oh
came to
yeah.
the States and
Yeah.
people got to see this.
Mhm.
So I felt
The
so
best.
proud to be a Godzilla fan.
Yeah. Best.
Yeah, because I
Best
watched this
kaiju of all
video.
time.
I
Go
watched
ahead.
this video. I can remember it was whether they were military or just scientists, but they
Mhm.
explained the physics of a nuclear, weapon, and that's
Mhm.
exactly what Godzilla did, where it would uh everything would expand out and then come back in,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's exactly what they did in that one scene with the lady. I thought that was beautiful, man. So yeah.
All right, so that's our number one. So we have five in common, two that made the Hollywood Reporters list. But let's take a look here. So there's Terrifier 2 that's in the
So
final
we
list.
don't
We have
agree, is what you're saying, with the Hollywood Reporter list.
no, I'm just saying there's two movies that made it. So if we look at our list here, right? So the overall number one when it comes to our list is going to be Train to Busan because it's in our
Mhm.
top threes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then if I look here next, it is Terrifier 2 that comes in at number 2, followed by Sinners, and then it looks like Behind the Mask. So this is what would be the top 5 according to the Howling Hour on Nerdbox. We got The
I
Mist
wouldn't be
at
mad
number
at that.
5.
Yeah,
We got
I would throw that on a
Behind
top five movie franchise to watch. Like sit down and watch with friends. Like that's a good top five to watch.
Yeah.
Yep, Behind the Mask at number 4. You have Sinners at number 3. You have Terrifier 2 at number 2, and you have Train to Busan. And that's a good variety of films to have
Mhm.
right there at your number 5s. Um, All right. So before we're gonna close out with Scott Walker's question. So Scott's got a question about Scream. We'll come to that in a second. But we're gonna talk a little Godzilla real quick. No, I try not to go on too long of a rant here, but we got what's that movie like? Matthew Broderick and Godzilla was in New York. So that's the 1998 Godzilla movie.
That's a guilty
That was
pleasure of
the
mine. Guilty
yeah.
pleasure.
That is a failed attempt at the first Americanized Godzilla film that
It
got
was
made
so
fun of
bad
in
that it
two.
was good.
It got made fun of. Okay, I think like they weren't going to make more Godzilla movies in Japan, as far as I know. And then this movie came out. They did Godzilla 2000 that came out in 1999, and then in Godzilla GMK, which came out in 2001, and Godzilla Final Wars, they made fun of Godzilla. They made fun of Zilla. His name is Zilla now. They made fun of him twice. And in Godzilla Final Wars, you see he's in it for like what 10 seconds with Godzilla
Yeah,
on screen.
Godzilla wiped his ass out.
He gets fucked up. And the director even says, like, wait, we have the rights to that character. It's like, yeah, it's like, you want to use him? It's like, of course I want to use that character. I'm gonna beat the shit out of that character. It's yeah, horrible movie. The cartoons really watch the cartoon. Watch the Godzilla cartoon that spawned after that movie.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Movie shit.
Yep.
But you
Yep.
know.
420 prefers the OG. I think we all do. Scott Walker, no, maybe you know this. Did you know the 1998 Godzilla, they used a Jurassic Park?
Yeah, that I did
Wow.
know. Yeah, because
I
they did
did
it
not know
for they did it more so for the smaller ones than the big one. The big one was based off of iguana design, but the smaller ones
Yeah,
look more like
the
the T-Rex.
director
Yeah.
had a really good suit design that they had come up with, and then he decided that wasn't Godzilla to him, and then we got what they have now. I did not know that it was based off of the Jurassic Park design, but they do kind of resemble T-Rexes, so that makes sense.
All right. To answer your question, CC is doing good. Her face she's just got to get her to leave her face alone, and hopefully she won't run into any more decks, but she should be all right.
If I can, never mind. If I could just say this, I did have one honorable mention before we get to Scott Walker's question.
Yep.
I don't know how you all feel about it, but I actually wanted to add Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 on my list because of the fact that I thought Marcus Nispel just did a phenomenal job with it. It was ahead of his time. It made Leatherface scary, more so than the original. Love the Hewitt clan. Yeah, I wanted to add that as an honorable mention on this list. So.
And Beale as the final girl, we talked about this when we were talking about our final girl rankings. She was a phenomenal final girl. She had to make some tough decisions in that film. And it was a well done film. Yeah, very good.
And Arlie Ermy was just scary good in the movie, man. As Charlie Hewitt, Sheriff Hoyt. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so Scott Walker's got on there. I'm going to ask you guys one last time about this. How do you guys feel about the returning to Stu's house for the third time and the returning to Sydney's old house? I don't remember this question come up, so I missed it. I apologize for missing that one. But Marcus, what do you think? What's your thoughts on returning to Stu's house again and back to Sydney's house?
I mean, I would rather I think Danny brought this up on one of our other shows, man, where he was like, it would be interesting if why isn't the house tore down yet, after two events at that house, so that would be the only way I could see that working. As far as going back to Sydney house, I don't think it would make much sense now that Sydney is no longer in Woodsboro. I mean, it would be interesting if a different character lived in the house or something like that, but we don't even know if this movie is actually officially taking place in Woodsboro. I don't think they actually said where the movie is set. So, especially since what's her name from True Blood is going to be Sydney's neighbor, why would Sydney move back to Woodsboro? So I don't even think that it's taking place in Woodsboro.
Yeah, for me, going back there a third time, it just brings back Halloween Resurrection. It's like, oh, let's go film something in that house now. Let's do a TV show in there. I don't need to see Stu's house. They had a chance to capitalize on it. Now they're just trying to kind of fix and appease fans because of what has happened in the franchise. So maybe we're all wrong. Maybe it'll be done right, and we'll be like, oh shit, yeah, Kevin Williamson pulled it off. He pulled it out of his ass. He made it good. But I even heard that there's been conflicts over what the script is going to be. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I don't see the point in going to Sydney's house, like you said, Marcus.
Yeah.
She didn't
I
have brothers. She didn't have a sister, so it's like,
Yeah, she was an only child. Her mom was dead before the franchise started. Her dad is dead now, and we only saw the patio for a brief moment and the couch in the one room in the
Yeah,
first
well,
movie, and then
Roman
we
has
never saw any other part of the house. So it's not even like it's an important setting
yeah,
or
Roman
location
has
in the
no
film.
ties to it other than knocking on
Yeah,
her door. Well, we
and
don't even know if he came to the house to knock on the door and say, "Hey, I'm your
yeah.
son." You know,
Yep.
so yeah, Roman has no ties to it. So yeah.
As
Yep.
far as Stu's house being taken down, I mean, we know about several places that had atrocities take place in them that are still standing, and they're used as tourist attractions. So, I mean, if anything, I would see this becoming a tourist attraction. Like that would make sense in this movie if the Stu Macher house was a tourist attraction for
Like it is in
the-
real life.
yeah, like that would
Mhm.
make more sense to me. It'd also be hilarious if and here's the stupid doggy door where Rose McGowan's character
Yeah.
died. Like that would be funny, but I don't see why would you want to live there. Are they are you gonna do some stupid Halloween Resurrection thing to bring it back where it's like you have you have rappers go in and try to film something overnight or whatever. It's like other than it becoming like a tourist attraction or something like that, and then the Ghostface visits somebody in the gift shop while they're working alone. I don't see I don't see a payoff to the Stu's house anymore. And yeah, going to Sydney's house makes no sense to me to begin with because it wasn't an importance. It was never important.
Yeah. So I guess it's a wait and see, right? I'm hoping that we're all kind of so down on this movie coming out that when we go to see the new one, we're all just pleasantly surprised and we enjoy it. So many discussions on where it can go. I haven't followed it. I'm not excited to see it, but I know once I see maybe the first trailer for it, which I heard is supposed to be coming very soon. Once I see that
Yeah, I
first
think they
trailer, it
said
might
October,
change
right?
everything. Yep.
Yeah, I think they said October sometime. Yeah.
Well, you know what they say: if you don't expect anything from it, you can never be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. MJ says it best. And the new Spider-Man movie. So, all right, guys. So that's it. So next week we're gonna figure out what we're gonna be doing. Let's see. This month is a little bit longer when it comes to the week. So instead of doing the tier ranking of the unaliving moments the first Sunday in October, we'll do it the last Sunday of September. So we're going to come back. We'll do the unaliving moments of every Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. We may see Danny back for that. We'll probably see Lucas back for that. And then in November, the first Sunday in November, we're going to be ranking the Friday the 13th franchise. So that one's going to be a fun one. Or October. I'm getting them mixed up. I don't know. I have to look at my calendar. It's on the channel, so you can just go ahead and click and follow that. But we'll be back next week. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you guys are curious as to when the Scream trailer would come out, I would say it's gonna be the same week or the week before Fort Nightmares drops, because Ghostface is gonna be in Fortnite when that drops, and they're doing something big for him. Like he's gonna have a weapon that's a mythic weapon that's special only for Ghostface. I think it's only gonna be one on the map or whatever per match. So I think it'll probably be they'll probably do a big Ghostface thing in October, because that's when Fort Nightmare starts, is the beginning of October, the middle of October. So my assumption is that they might just kind of have a big week of Ghostface and stuff like that, and they'll start dropping stuff then.
Yeah, I think next week what we'll do is we'll talk about the horror films that are coming out for September, and then we'll talk about some news and stuff like that. And then the week after that, on the 31st, is going to be us talking about the unaliving moments for Nightmare on Elm Street. Probably not. Maybe it'll be as heated as the last episode. I hope not to sleep in the bathroom floor for an hour. Hopefully I'll survive that one.
If it has anything, if I'll say anything, if the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise has anything, it's creative unaliving moments.
Yeah, that I give it to. Yeah, that I.
That's right. Best unaliving moments in all of horror franchises. Just
not the best, but creative.
All right, yeah. Nobody said that. Relax.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again. We appreciate you. Love you. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Yep. Pass it along to your friends.
Without further ado.
Yep. We'll talk to you later. See you.
Be safe, everyone.
Yeah.
Or live dangerously. Commit danger. Commit to danger.